Hello, guys, and welcome to another CPL cast. Today we have me and Phasers. We're casting week two from the CPL. It's good of you guys to join us today. It's nice seeing you guys for the first time today. Please let us know if there's any audio discrepancies. What we're going to do is I'm going to say one, and then Phaser is going to repeat one. And if we're in the proper order, you guys should be able to tell. So, one,
One,
two,
two,
three,
three,
tree fitty.
350.
All right. So, um, we'll see if there's any feedback on the chat right now. I forgot to pop it out actually. I'm stupid.
They say it's good, so
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
hopefully this will work.
yeah, that's really strange to me. Because it worked once and then it didn't work once and then it didn't work once. Now it works once. So, all right. So anyway, we're gonna use this recording now. So our week two matches today. We're gonna watch Kicks Snowfruit, N Baker and Shoop the Whooper, Pisan and Pebble 444 on Demian. Our bonus match for the day is Bisu versus Flash on Benzene. So let's get right into the games. Wow, the replay was already selected. I'm so prepared today. It's absolutely insane.
Can you remake?
No,
There's lat.
I can't do that for you.
Shit.
All right, I'm gonna remake. I'm gonna reconnect and remake. I'm gonna go all the way. All right, it's gonna be CPL one, password one. Sweet. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So, for those of you who just tuned in, we're going to be doing everything all over again. So, all right. On Demian, we have Kix, the representative from team, on the on the right hand side as the purple Terran.
On the bottom left, we have the yellow Zerg Snowfruit. I don't know what team he's from. I think he's from Dragon Herb.
Yep, I'm
I'm
pretty
not sure
sure.
though. All right.
All right. So, before we were talking about how this is the older version of Demian. This is the version where the mains are a little bit imbalanced in the sense that if you look at the top main and the bottom main, they have a lot of space behind them, very open to meter harass. Unfortunately for Snowfruit, Kix is in the one main that is pretty much impenetrable to meter harass. Very hard to harass here. Very hard to get in behind these minerals and have a lot of movement space here to kill any SCVs. But he is scouting in the correct direction, so that might be something that works in his favor. Another thing that I was mentioning before is if you look at the ramps on the third, the ramps, especially the one that is near the main natural of the base that it's adjacent to, the ramp like goes right into a wall with some rocky ground, and it's a very narrow passage. Like, can you imagine trying to be Protoss and busting up this ramp right here against Terran? It's
Yeah,
or
no,
Zerg.
that's you can't even do that.
Yeah, in the
It's
new version,
kind of
they have the
busted.
ramp facing a little bit more outwards, if I remember correctly. So it
Okay.
becomes a little bit less turtly, but in this version that we're playing on CPL, because it is the default that is given to us by C Cup, that is not an issue. I mean, well, it still is an issue, rather. Anyway, a little bit about the players, I guess. Kix is on my team. Terran player, been pretty solid for a while. TVT is his favorite matchup, but this being TVZ, he should have a slight advantage coming into this. And Snowfruit, he's a shield battery regular. Been improving pretty steadily since he started playing on shield battery, what, about 8, 9 months ago, I guess? So,
He's been on the grind.
mhm.
I see him play a lot.
Alright, so we see Snowfruit going for a 12 pool, 12 hatch, it looks like. No, I'm sorry, overpool, 12 hatch. And I'm completely wrong. Overpool, 11 hatch. And he scouts with
Alright.
his drone at the top. Overlord is parked over the other natural. I like this move from him. He's not being too adventurous with it. He's not risking sending it out into the main there. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, given that he already scouted the other main, he knows that Kix is on the right side.
mhm.
So you don't really have to bring your Overlord. Not worth the risk. I wonder if he's gonna go for a drone scout or going for the poke with Lings to see what else Kicks might have under his sleeve. But
Yeah, it looks like Hicks went for a 15cc. Um, not quite sure about this move because if you notice that his SCV was not scouting to see what the link count is, and now there's 8 lings out and another 2 more on the way.
yeah,
This is gonna be very difficult for Kicks to hold right
he's gonna
here.
have to back up.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
will he have the reaction time? I don't think he will. Oh no. He has to pull out SCVs too.
yeah, he kind of took a risk here, and not having any information when taking that risk is not a good move. So SCVs have been pulled. Let's see what the SCV micro is with the Zerglings. A lot of people have been struggling with this because, as you guys well know, SCVs don't actually automatically attack to the direction you send them to if you press them to A move. You kind of have to, yeah, you kind of have to wall your Marines, and then they will start attacking. But the SCVs are actually just walling. They're not doing much attacking. Now they're attacking. The Zerglings are doing a great job though. And actually, this might still get cleaned up because the SCVs are very strong. I'm surprised.
60 HP, man.
Oh my god, and the CC finishes just
The
in
CC
time.
just finished. Yeah, I was gonna point that out too. It would have been nice to attack that CV building that. This delays him even further. But I mean, he's losing mining time too, so.
Yeah. In the meantime, Snowfruit, because of all these lings that he spent, he's a little bit behind, but Kicks himself, has had pulled, multiple SCVs for a long time. He's still dancing around and only has 1 Marine as more and more lings come into his base, so he's still on defensive mode. Both of them kind of losing some economic imperative here, but I would say that Snowfruit might be a little bit in an advantage here. He's gone up to 14 drones. If we look at it and see that Kix has 5 pulled, that puts him at pretty much equal economy, and he had more pulled before he lost a couple. We're doing an interesting wall off here now, and now, oh no, Kix is sending his drones there. This is the issue with the Brood War rally.
Yeah. like you kind of just forget. It's like, all right, I'm done here, but I forgot to rally. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, he has no drones in his natural, or I mean his main. He has like 6 mining right now.
Oh,
I
wow.
feel like he should have way more. But Link seems like they're gonna do a little more damage. Dude, SCVs are too good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
SCVs are dope.
Oh my god.
I feel like after the initial 8 or 10 lings, Snowfruit kind of overcommitted now, I think.
He did. Too much.
There was no reason for him to continue with that pressure at that point, especially once
Ooh.
Kicks.
The Hydra then also gets scouted, so it seems like he's gonna go for a lurker build.
This is good nowadays, especially with the advent
Yeah,
of
pros have been going they've been opting for lurker builds recently too, just because of the 5-racks, which kind of shuts down Muta pretty easily, so it's not a bad option. And also, I feel like at lower levels, it's harder to microverse lurkers, so
Absolutely.
it's very effective.
It's just so much safer.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep Terran contained in their base with the Mutalisk as much. As we saw from the scan cast the other day, he says that a very common mistake that Terrans do is that they just sit in their base with all of their M&M when Mutalisks are out.
Yeah.
Instead of having one group outside and using reinforcements to hold. So he's foregoing the ability to stall Terran in his main in order to make sure that he can get his base up, his 3rd base up by getting lurkers. And lurkers about halfway done. He should be making his Hydralisks now. Generally the timings are that you want to make your Hydra Den at layer being at 50%, and you want to make your Hydras at 50% of the lurker upgrade. We do see 2 Hydras almost done, so actually he did do that. He did it in the natural. I missed it a little bit. And Kix is, he's bunkering up. He knows what's coming. I would have expected to see a factory, honestly, at this point. I think I would have certainly not continued with the 4 or 5 rack production, and now he is adding that factory.
Dude, the academy is also really late.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, his only source of detection is that turret right now.
Let's see.
Wow, it seems like Snowfruit continues to drone up.
Yeah, Snowfruit is actually using the lurkers purely defensively. He's not. Doesn't look like he's going to be using them for any sort of bust, because he is sending the Hydras all the way to the other main now, going to be defending it with 2 lurker eggs on the ramp, I imagine. Evolution chambers complete, and instantly we have the armor upgrade. So I still don't think that it was the right decision for Kix to go for four barracks behind this. I would have made the factory earlier instead, and gone vessel earlier, and then you can add barracks later if you want to, if you need to. Up until now, though, I mean, he has 0 medics as well. That's something that Scan showed us the other day. He was telling us how you should get your medics earlier rather than later
Yep,
because they
ASAP because of the energy, right?
absolutely.
A lot more energy for when the battle comes. So
It should be important to note that, wow, that was serendipitous clicking right there. I clicked the layer right as drop tech started. I was actually gonna say that speed is not done for the Zerglings, and there is quite a decent amount of gas available, so I'm surprised that he didn't go for that. Usually you start speed right after layer when you play ZVT and ZVP, unless you're doing something, you know, cheesy. But Kix is stepping out on the map. I'm not sure he's aware of this potential drop that's coming for him. And interestingly enough, Snowfruit has a lurker burrowed in his main. I mean, there's not even a starport up. I think that might be a little bit overcautious at this point. Obviously, he doesn't have very much intel to know what's going on, but I think that might be a little bit too cautious at this point.
yeah, definitely not necessary.
And wow, this is a big drone transfer. I'm not sure I agree with this. This is a long distance to walk.
Oh my God, are they gonna meet? No.
And I mean, there's
Just in
two.
time. Holy shit.
No, wait, there's 2 more coming.
No,
Yes.
yeah, there's 2 more.
But, and to be honest with you, Snowfruit has been droning really heavy. He has more drones.
Yeah, he's been
than
droning
Kix
a
has.
lot.
Yeah,
He has
more,
42 drones.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's 41 to 41. So it looks like Snowfruit's definitely gearing himself up for the late game. Drop tech is almost done. I would have liked to see the Hydralisks in place already for this. You know, I would have put 2 at the third base next to Kix's natural and morphed them on the ramp there. And then I would have put 2 in the third base behind Kix's main and morphed them there. As it is right now, he's not going to have anything for this drop tech to drop. You know, he could have easily done the 2-centimeter push right now. He has the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, also one thing to note is that Kix is kinda massing up a pretty big army, and Snowfruit is still in his natural, so he's not gonna have enough map control to do anything.
Yeah, he
I
should
mean,
have sent the
if I were
Hydralisk out
him,
earlier.
I'll just go Hive. Like, if he's just gonna camp like that.
Definitely. Getting speed is questionable, I think. Like, it is going to have a benefit, but staying on layer tech for too long just gives
Yeah.
Terran more and more opportunities. And
Gets
one thing to note here is he has, what, like 7 lurkers in his natural? If he had made... He doesn't need 7 lurkers to hold off this Bioforce. He only needs 3, really, in his natural to hold it off. That's where the two lurkers in the other base and 2 lurkers in the other base for drop would have been ideal, but and he's actually very open right here. I mean, he's not burrowing. I feel like Kix could run in and snipe one of these very quickly while they're being burrowed, and his first siege tank is on the way here. I'm kind of surprised that he's moving in before siege mode. I mean, not before siege mode, before vessel.
nice backup.
Yeah, quick reaction too.
Ooh, seems like Lings are gonna go around. I don't know
Backstab?
if they can do anything though.
No, this backstab could actually do quite a
It
lot.
could, yeah, it could be a pretty effective flank, but it would have to be executed pretty well.
Oh no, I mean
Just
running
because
into his
Revenant is so
natural.
broken.
I mean running into his natural.
I could
running
see
into his
it.
main.
I could see it. Yeah.
There's only 1 bunker with 4 Marines in it. And it looks like the third base is coming up, and unfortunately Snowfruit's Overlord's a little bit out of range to see. I would have put the Overlord on top of this cliff right here. As you can see from the observer standpoint even, there's a little bit of room on top of that north third.
Oh, we're going for the backstab. He's gotta go now.
Yeah, and Kix has not been macroing at all this
Oh,
time. He
wow.
has 1,000 minerals.
No! These are just a waste.
Oh,
Should have
God.
just gone for the main.
Oh no, but he's gonna move forward with the lurkers. If he doesn't
Yup.
stop lurker here, that would be incredible.
Dude,
If
that'd be sick.
Dude, yeah, you forced him into a false sense of security.
No!
But no, he's gonna
Oh,
run
shit! Oh,
he's not gonna run. He's gonna run. Oh my God, no!
Oh my god.
What's the reaction?
The
there,
scan?
Joe?
Nice.
No. Oh God. And now he's coming with the link.
Yo,
The siege
those
tanks are being
tanks, though?
forced towards the. Yeah, they're being forced towards the lurkers. One's gonna go down. Is another one? No, other one gets saved. So both players kind of making a little bit of a mistake there, I think. Throwing away the Zerglings twice. Not only checking the natural and running away from 1 bunker with 16 Zerglings, and then running the Overlords, the lurkers directly in. But now these Overlords have speed. Overlords have speed. That means that drop and speed has been researched. Hive is not yet on the way, but the Queen's Nest is done. Macro is slipping a little bit. I would like to see some more hatcheries from Snowfruit, and as I say that, he throws one down.
Dude, Hive is way too late. Like, by the time that Terran has tank, you need Hive.
Well,
And
yeah, at least. And by the time they have Vessel, you want Defiler, so on and so forth. So first Vessel is out. And this fourth base is going to be really hard to hold, even with the Ling and Lurker follow-up. And again, poor management here from the Zerg, sending in the Zerglings ahead. They all die in a single straight file line. The Lurkers arrive late. Yeah, not very good timing on the encounter here. And these Lurkers did move forward though, so the tank does go down. Now I feel like he actually might hold this, but no, he's being aggressive with the Lurkers. I'm not sure I agree with this. One Lurker is kind of questionable for defense here. Yeah, he should have.
And the Vessel is out too. Now he should be able to bust this with no problem.
Yeah, I feel like he should have kept those two Lurkers back in his fourth base here. And he still, one thing to note is he still hasn't used his drop tech at all. Like, I mean, he has the Overlords in place.
Yeah.
He has the money to be making units. He is continuing to make Lurker. Let's see if Hive's on. Hive is only a third of the way there. Spire just now being made, probably for the Scourge.
Yeah, Hive is just halfway done. He's gonna have to hold for quite some time.
Meanwhile, Kix though, if you look at his main, it's really, really ugly looking. Like he only has one factory that can actually. No, he has two factories. One of them is kind of blocked right now, and his macro is really lacking. 2,400 minerals here during this time. I don't really see what he is doing instead of that. I mean, he is reinforcing this force, but I don't think. Oh, the Irradiate got the Lurker. This is dope. Okay. So, oh no. Oh. A little bit late on the burrow. That was a better attempt at it, but the burrow was just slightly late. And these two armor Lurkers are doing hella work though. Like the armor is offsetting because the Terran is only at 1-1, so it should be noted that even though Kix opted to go for an early engineering bay, his upgrades are severely lacking right now.
Yeah, and his upgrades aren't even starting for next level, so that's pretty big.
But at the end of the day, Snowfruit did lose his fourth base. Vessels are out on the map with the Irradiate, and there's more and more of a vessel cloud as we speak being made. Vultures are now on the map, and Defiler Mound is only now coming up. So I have to say that Snowfruit kind of made a mistake here going for the drop tech and the speed without actually doing it.
Dude, also Kix is third. He has mined 200 gas off one SCV.
and 8 minerals.
Yeah.
I see 8 minerals.
Oh
have
my
been mined
god.
as well. This is.
Well, I mean, like I understand where he's coming from. He's like, yo, fuck it. I have 2,000 minerals. Like, I don't need a third.
Oh, but now we see the drop coming in finally. 4 Lurkers coming in. Honestly, I would have probably preferred to see one of these Overlords have 4 Lings in them, because the Lings would be better equipped at targeting the turrets, and then the Lurkers would target the SCVs, but I don't think it matters too much. Let's see how this goes. I would send in this first Overlord as a decoy Overlord, honestly. He has 3 Overlords here. Might as well send in 1. And it looks like he's actually going for the main. He didn't know about this, the fact that there's an entrance path here. Quick reaction from Kix.
Good reaction, but no SCVs are retreating. Oh no. Oh. Pretty decent damage.
Dude,
I mean, oh my
this
god.
Line is dope. He actually chose a dope place to drop because it hits the entire.
Yeah, that was
line of
good.
the line.
That was really good.
And another
one more.
Yeah,
going to the
main.
main.
Gonna go for the main though. Yeah, and this little opening in the back, I love this opening in the back of the natural that kind of reveals. And wow, this building placement from Kix now is going to be absolutely devastating for him. If these Overlords do get dropped, this is going to be devastating for him. How is his SVs going to run away? But this Overlord is camping.
You know how clutch it would be if he went for the third?
Yeah,
like that'd be cast right now.
Dude, but at the same time, Kix is busting the fourth again of Snowfruit, and he killed a bunch of the of the Lurkers there. So this fourth base is going to go down again. There's a shit ton of vessels out already. There's a shit ton of Scourge too, but there's nothing that's going to tank for them. I like the fact that Snowfruit added the macro hatchery. It's a good place to go play here. He might be able to hold this, but without Defiler, it's getting more and more difficult to do so. Oh my god, this 2 Lurker Overlord has 59 HP, and he's just camping in the base right now.
There we go.
I mean, if he takes out these armories behind this would be...
Yeah, that's huge.
Or the scanner even. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that you can take out, and he is targeting the armory, but the SVs there are repairing it. This one's going to go down. This one's not going to get hit at all, so this kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for him. And you see Zerglings and Lurkers seem to have tried another flank. The defensive matrix on the tank keeps it alive for a while, and this force is Ramboing through, keeping this fourth alive. But now there's a decreased amount of Marines. Snowfruit knows this. He's going to try to snipe some vessels. Oh, he comes out just as the vessels leave. Map hacks. Nice clone right there. Vessels are still flying around. They're spotted by the Zerglings. And I feel like Snowfruit really just could take a base while under, you know, like without Kix noticing it. As I say that, Kix smartly scans this base at 9 o'clock. Good play by
Oh,
Kix.
nice link pressure.
Yeah, there's
This
nothing
is
here
just
to
what he
defend.
needed.
See, this is, oh my god, this is a panic lift right here. I'm not sure if that's absolutely necessary at this point. The Marines are going to get there relatively quickly. There's actually a force of Marines right outside, too. Vessel's going there as well for some reason. And wow, so... I mean, Kix is effectively now on one mining base, and he's only mining here with like 10 SCVs until this gets cleaned up. Oh, another vessel goes down. And this game is scrappy as hell now.
Dude, honestly, like Snowfruit, like you said, he should just get a base at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock.
Especially
Because
at that moment where he just was right now, where the where the Zerglings are attacking the third of Kix. Kix is not going to be sending army out to deny any bases.
Oh, there we go. Drone's coming to 9 and 10. He said, "Fuck it.
Yeah.
My other main's natural, just getting denied.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build 2 fucking hatcheries."
That's right.
It's like, dude, like he has the money to afford it too. Like it's funny because like he has so many drones and he's making so many Hydra Lurkling, but like he just hasn't gotten much mileage out of it. And I think that's partially due to the fact that he has no Defiler in play, which is pretty big. It's 19 minutes and we haven't seen a Dark Swarm in sight.
Absolutely.
Like as a Terran, you'd be fucking happy, man. Like,
you know what I'd like to
Marine
see?
Medic, all you need.
I would like to see from Kix at this point. Maybe a dropship would be effective here.
Yeah.
I mean, even though this lurker is still in the main base of Snowfruit, if you look at where the tech is positioned and the fact that one lurker against 7 Marines and medics, 8 Marines and medics, it's not a great position to be. I mean, I feel like he could do a lot of damage with one single dropship here. And meanwhile, Snowfruit is going up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base.
Wow.
Kix
It's looking pretty scary on the map.
Yeah, Kix.
Just by looking at the map.
Yeah, but look at the ball from Kix right now too.
Yeah, the ball is serious right now. 4 tank. 1-1 just finished. Oh, nice vessel snipe. That's just what he needed too.
And it looks like
But 3 more come.
Kix kind of recognized the fact that his SimCity was kind of shit, so looks like he's reorganizing things now because Terran has that ability.
It's like, yo, you fucked up. Yo, try again.
And this is exactly where a Defiler would be absolutely crucial here, because now all these lurkers are going to go down. This might be a premature irradiate. The Defilers are on the map. I don't know if they have consume or not, but neither player is reacting very well in this situation.
Wow.
All 8 of the lurkers go down. Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Defiler drop. Let's go.
Wait,
that's
is he just, wait, but that's both of his Defilers. How is he going to hold? Oh, he's not going to hold this base. That's probably the answer.
It's like, dude, I lost it like 4 times already. Fuck it. I can afford 1 more.
Yeah, and in the meantime, he does have lurkers at his other bases, but he's not droned them up. Let's see what the engagement goes like. He's sending the links down the cliff. I'm not sure I agree with this.
Drop? Oh my god.
Oh, 1 and 1. 1 for each base, please.
That'd be sexy right now.
No, don't leave. Don't leave, Overlord. Oh.
No, wait, what?
Oh, no. Oh, okay, no, it's fine, it's fine.
I think he's getting too occupied, maybe?
No,
like,
I think he left 1
big
Zerglings. That's all
outside
that, like, you only need 1 Zergling to clean up 3 SCVs, you know, so. But.
Yo. This is cash.
This push up here though is going to get very risky soon. You know what? Some panic ultras right now would have probably done the job here. I feel like that would hold this base if he made some panic ultras. Yeah, because he has the gas and the money for it.
Oh my god, dude, Snowfruit is messing up a lot of units.
Wow, and
holy shit, the late mech is definitely a little too late.
Yeah,
right now.
And there's
like,
no
despite the fact that Snowfruit's Defilers are so late.
Dude, and there's almost no map presence either. I see a bunch of, 3 vultures stacked up next to 1 minefield, next to 1 spider mine.
Yeah. It's not looking good for our Terran hero. Oh my god. Yo, do you see that canal at his main? It's ready to bust. Holy shit.
Our third commentator has arrived. Yeah, sorry, I kind of had a lapse of judgment here. And these
my
swarms
god,
are dope.
This is it.
Yeah. Oh no, why'd you burrow those 2 so far back? If you burrowed it a little bit closer up front, that would have been amazing. But even just 1 is going to be good.
Yeah, 1 is good enough to clear this. Nice plague.
And I really would like to see some Scourge follow-up here. Snipe out. Oh, sweet swarms. Yo, dude, Snowfruit is getting legit at this game. I would be scared to face this right now. I mean, everything might be a little bit late, but he's playing decently here. Same time, he has secured his bases somewhat. And with Defiler out on map, this is going to get a little bit more dicey for Kix. It's good that he retained the vessels from earlier, but Kix is surprisingly broke right now. I mean, I think it's from losing all those SCVs and getting the Mind Unite for a while. He's only down to 37 SCVs.
For sure.
And Kix, like I said, he doesn't have any mines out on the map, or barely any at all. He needs to really be working those mines, hotkey those vultures. So yeah, our third commentator came in. Say hi to the fans. Alright. This is our commentator, Jake. He's an amateur Zerg player. He played a little bit of campaign here and there, so if he's ever puzzled or confused, he's gonna ask questions. And holy shit, you reek of weed, my dude. Yo, can you keep that in the car or something? Jeez. Oh my god. Not that I have anything against it, but it's getting kind of wild.
Alright, yo, I like
Dude.
yeah, I like how Kix is mining the map now. This is good. Cause you just gotta be more forward with your mines. Right now I would honestly take bottom right as well. Like he needs the money, he needs the bases and the gas. So
he's not remaking the SCVs he lost. I haven't seen him go above 42 or 45 SCVs this whole game, I think. But the mech is out and about. Siege tanks and vessels are out. Still no adrenaline. Adrenal.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Dude, that's
that
terrible.
I did not know.
And
oh
I don't
my
think
god.
I don't think there's any what's called Ultralisk upgrades either. But at the same time, he is getting more broke now that he's lost all his money. But his army is fucking enormous. It's 166 to 145. This is a hard place to be for Terran. Oh my god. Nice D Matrix.
Yo, Snowfruit has queens out? What?
Yeah, I saw that. I was about to say something, but he's going for the Broodling.
Oh. Wait, when you verse late mech, what is it? You should be going Ultra Zergling.
Well, I think there's like 3 options. Yeah, it's Ultra Zergling or Hydra Muta. Hydra Muta is kind of the older style.
Yeah, like I feel like Hydra Muta is more of like the mid to late game type of play, but like late game you gotta utilize more drops and swarm.
Absolutely.
Like it's an absolute bitch, but it's the way pros have been playing it. I feel like.
Oh my god, he was trying to what's called clear those mines, but oh my god, this one mine, dude, that one mine was fucking godly.
Oh my
It's
god.
a siege tanks back here, and this is exactly what's annoying about late game mech. Look at this wall here. You're just 3 siege tanks, and that's a wrap. And this siege tank army is pushing its way through. I really feel like Snowfruit should have made some Mutalisk at this point. There's absolutely no anti-air from the Terran player right now. And now Snowfruit's in danger. He lost both of his expansions that he made on the left-hand side.
Dude, the problem here is that he just kept going with his original unit composition. No adaptation. Basically, when he saw the mines and tanks, I feel like was a good cue to transition to a better army. But because like he had the Ultras Cavern too.
Yeah. You need Ultras to fight against late game mech if you don't.
Oh my god, and he has so much army at his other main, but he's not using it.
That was the clutchest of swarms right there. Last shot on the Defiler, it cast the swarm immediately. But these two. Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree. This is a very engaging game. And
Yo, 6 Defilers just popped out?
yeah.
And we have Overlords. Let's go for a drop. I'm feeling
seriously,
it.
on the main too. Well, what's he gonna do about a drop on the main? I mean, there's literally no anti-air anywhere on this map.
No, not at all.
In the main, there's 2 turrets.
Yo, although a Muta such a killer right now.
Yeah,
but he doesn't
that
have the
too.
money right now to afford it.
Yeah, and on top, no, Kix is the one that really is out of money. I think. I mean, look at his money right now. There's no way he can be able
the
to remake all
vessels,
those
let's
tanks.
go!
Oh,
Oh, nice. Very
oh,
nice.
Kix tried to do the Gosu. He tried to do the triple D matrix, you know, but he misread which one is attacking. Whoa,
Oh, he's not utilizing drops though. Man.
Yo, we have a question where they say, Someone in the chat asked, what level are these people? C? Yo, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see in CPL. Both of these players are playing a really good game right now. And I'm sorry, Kicks, but I have to say I'm particularly impressed by Snowfruit. Because Snowfruit has grown so much in the past year. Major props to Snowfruit here. And is there still no Adrenal? That's the real question. Because that might explain a lot. Sec. Ah, life is good. Okay. So Kix is still broke. I mean, Kix is really only mining off one base. He's now throwing down a new fourth here. His old fourth is still floating for a while.
Yo, oh my god. Those queens though. This could do fucking work right now.
Yeah.
Left side, oh my god.
Oh, but they don't have energy yet. They're
Dude,
only at
let's go.
128.
No, they have so much energy. They have
No,
200.
No, that's only like one of them. The rest of them have 132. Oh, you're talking about the other ones.
Dude,
okay. Oh.
They have a lot of. Oh my god, let's go. Let's go.
Yo, let's see it. No cloning, but who needs it? Wait, did he? Wait, I thought for a second he spent all.
Yo,
of it
more broodlings, please. Let's go.
Yo,
You can do a couple more.
Is there gonna be an EMP coming? Because that would be fun too. No, it radiates only. Dude.
This is doing work.
Yeah, and dude, and there's nothing Kix can do about it too. That's the
Yo,
crazy
one
part.
at a time. Wait 150. Yo, I'll do more. It's like for free. It's like. Oh my god, this is his last mining base though.
Yeah.
So he's gotta pull something quick. Like I'll regain 9 o'clock probably, 10 o'clock, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
Nice.
not looking good for our Zerg hero, I think. I mean, like
Yeah.
he can only hold for so much longer.
Mhm.
The longer you hold,
I would love
Terran
to.
has advantage.
I would love to just see like just a smidgen more from Snowfruit. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
if he was doing drops while doing this defense, and actually as I say that, there's a dropship coming in, but the vultures and the what's called the marines are already here, ready for it, laying mines. And this, yeah, Kix is also due to the fact that he's been mining so poorly this whole game. He's now
Oh my
mining on two
god.
bases.
Yo, no more tanks outside his main.
Wow.
Just one more. One
Dude, that's
more.
big.
One more swarm.
That's actually big. This game
Woo!
is getting pushed back. Now these
Cleaned
wait,
up.
If he only had a few ultras now, that would totally clean this up.
I would love to see a drop right now
Yeah.
at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock? Yeah, or at the main. And yo, oh, dude, broodling
Oh
that.
my
Yeah,
god!
dude,
Is he really?
dude, these broodlings are doing
Yo,
work.
if they kill this tank, they're fucking heroic.
Dude,
like
they're
he's done like 3 times the value.
Dude, they're 3/3 broodlings, dog. They're gonna kill that tank. And this one's gonna go down too now.
Yo, what?
No, but these
Yo,
these
so
lings
many
are naked though. They
fucking
need
right
the
now.
ultra. The ultra would have done everything
Oh my
for
god.
him. Dude, drop here would be amazing. And he still hasn't. Just send a couple of the links to
Oh my
this
god,
base.
dude. Is he gonna take this?
Dude, these is just a straight surge of links, 3/3, and the max is not 3/3 yet, so this might be why. But why is he retreating now? Oh, he was waiting for the
Yo,
swarm.
nice
Yo,
swarm. Nice
Snowfruit.
swarm. What
Snowfruit
the fuck?
is a G, dude. What? Dude, please send 12 Zerglings up here as well. That would do everything right now. Dude, this base is
Oh
dead.
my god.
This base is down.
Yo, and he takes 9 o'clock? No, there's 2 tanks.
Dude, and
RP.
if you notice at 5, Kix is not mining there either.
Nope.
Wow, yo, Kix is mining off one base now too. But Snowfruit's about to mine completely out. He needs a base now. That's what I'm saying. If he was just doing one
Oh my
more thing at the
God.
same time, that would have been incredible.
There we go. The 1 o'clock is about to go down as well. Or at least lose a shit ton of SCVs.
Oh my goodness, this is dope.
This is crazy. Dude, and the thing is, he still has queens to kill those tanks.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's
they're
the
coming out
beauty right
now.
now.
Looks like he did at least clone 2. And he actually has all 6 of them are ready to burst. And they all have the energy
Oh my
upgrade as well.
god. Yo, let's go.
Dude,
This is hype as fuck.
No, dude,
Yeah,
this
welcome
one
to
broodling is gonna
CPL.
do. This one broodling is gonna kill this tank. I think it's gonna do it.
Yo, that vulture is like
Chop,
nah.
chop, chop,
peace.
chop. No, the tanks are gonna walk past them. They can't attack when they move. They can't attack while they move. No, this tank. Bump, bump,
Oh my
Bump! Bump!
no!
Yo!
Yo,
Dude.
like if I had to give a Medal of Honor, it would probably be to that one broodling or those other broodling that killed like 3 tank. Like that
Nice.
shit was crazy, dude.
Word.
Jesus Christ. Yo, honestly, like I didn't expect like broodlings to be MVP right now. Like this is some crazy shit, dude. But he has to get a mining base like now
Yeah, absolutely.
because
But Kix is good map control here. He's denying. He has good map vision, rather. I mean, he has vision of all the bases that could be possibly taken. But neither player is mining right now. Both players are broke. Kix is spending like his last 200 minerals. I mean, he has floating command centers. He has 3 of them, so that's not the issue. But he has only 18 SCVs left. Meanwhile, Snowfruit has 36 drones, but none of them are mining. This has become a really tense game, actually.
shit, dude.
Wait, where's? Oh no, I thought Kix was mine, but it's just because he's repairing. And Kix actually manages to land the bottom right CC. So this is a pivotal moment right now. I think. Do you think Snowfruit is trying to just win it without mining again?
I mean,
if that's the
he
case,
could, but
dude, you know what I really would like
I
to
don't
see
know.
right now? He has queens out, right?
Yeah.
Terran is broke, right?
Uh-huh.
He has
Infested command center?
infested command center using the Scourge and the Mutalisks. He has
Oh
12
my
Scourge out
God.
right now. If he started infesting command centers, Kix would have no answer. He has 3 command centers, but all of them are hurting. But actually, wait, now that I see it, Kix has made some Goliaths. He's prepared for that kind of situation. He's trying to counter the queens directly, I think. And
Yo,
queens are
Kix
coming,
is
though.
dead broke, but he's starting to mine, but I would love to see these 4 tanks get sniped. That'd be crazy clutch.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
snipe the one in the middle first so the siege attack hits it. Nice.
Oh, nice reaction. Very nice.
Mhm.
Dude, he has to make a hatchery though, like ASAP. Oh, he did. Okay, nice. Would you make one more at 9 o'clock?
Why?
Don't know. I mean, I just feel like
Oh, he's too
he
broke
needs
for
more
that.
bases.
If he takes one
He has
more
so many
hatchery-
drones though.
If he takes one more
35?
hatchery and loses both of them, he doesn't have the money to make another hatchery. What I would like to see him do is start long distance mining with these 36 drones from his
True.
base. And oh my God, Kix scans it. Kix is aware. He needs to get all of this army down onto the low ground and defend this base with his life. That's the only thing that Snowfruit can really do. Yeah, see now that there's mines here, oh goodness. No, see, like he needed all that army to be down here somewhere, in the natural, so that he could defend this base. But we see Scourge coming out now. I wonder what the Scourge are gonna do. More queens are being made. Yo, Snowfruit just spent the last like 400 minerals that he had on queens.
This guy's a boss.
Yeah, dude. All right, so Kix is now actively mining though. So as time progresses, I feel like Snowfruit's gonna be in more and more trouble.
Oh
The
no,
hatchery is
not
up.
the Scourge. Okay, hatchery goes up.
Yeah, the hatchery goes up. No mining yet though. Drones are idle, and he's not gonna be able to make another hatchery here. I don't know why he sent this drone here. He still has 3 drones idling over here as well. The Scourge, I guess they're just scouting. And finally, Kix had the time to make a good mine coverage on the map. So I feel like Kix's base is actually relatively secure right now. What would be really damaging right now is if he went for a drop right now. Just 24 lings and 1 defiler right here would just take out this base again. Do what has been working so well for you. Kix cleaning up the drone that was looking like it was going to make a hatchery. Overlord's coming to the top. I think those Overlords are coming to make this drop because he didn't have enough money to make Overlords to make the drop over here. So this is getting really dicey in this game. This base needs to be stopped. This should be Snowfruit's #1 priority, stopping this Kix base right here.
Yeah. Man, he needs to start mining though. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's definitely dropped the ball on that. And the more Kix is catching up in supply now. Someone said, "Where's that 180 APM going to?" These defilers are going down too. This CC is finally going to land. And these
Oh my
lings,
God.
they're not going to make it. I mean, I don't see why he didn't just do drop here. This lurker in the main, still chilling, could be used somewhere, I think. There's another one in the natural, but like he needs to be pooling all of his resources together. and doing something with all of the army that he has. But instead, oh my god, here comes the bust for the bottom right. True, Hamtaro makes a good point. He says they also don't get into these situations often, so they don't know what to do next. And this swarm creep, I love it. And he's gonna go in right into the siege tank line now. Oh my god, this base is gonna go down. I feel it. I mean, well, not go down because Terran is ridiculous. They can just lift their command centers, but Snowfruit now up to 1,000 minerals. I feel like a couple of ultras and a couple of drops would clean it up. I mean, if you look at Kix's production, it's been purely Goliath recently. If you make a couple of Ultralisks and some Zerglings here, I think that would be a great counter. And as a result, you know, I'm so worried for Snowfruit because he's not making anything. He has like 50 idle larvae, but no production. And
This might be it.
minerals.
This tiny push.
Dude, he has nothing. And he needed to have Ultralisks on the way right now. He knows that this push is coming.
Oh
Correct me
no.
if I'm wrong, but I believe Zerg never got an adrenaline. Yeah, that looks like, those look like slow links to me, but I can't tell. It's very hard to tell.
Oh no.
Queens? Queens?
Final Hail Mary.
Oh, what the hell? That scan? What? Dude, the cloning!
Oh my
the
god!
Cloning. What?
What?
Yo!
That was clutch.
Dude, production, please. Ultra, Zergling, something. Hydras, whatever. Does he even have Hydra upgrades? I should fucking hope so. Oh my god, he just started Hydra speed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the best choice, dude. Make Ultra Ling in this case. You already... Oh my god. God. Dude,
Yo,
right.
holy shit. Kix isn't mining.
Yeah, Kix is not
What
mining
the
again.
fuck?
No, Kix is mining off of 2 nearly depleted minerals with 3 SCVs at the top right. And actually, no, he just brought some SCVs.
Yeah, he just got the 1 o'clock,
yeah,
but...
wow.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, but now Snowfruit's down to 13
Yo,
rounds.
he
even
needs
if
to make
was
this hatchery. This is it. He has one chance
I
to
think...
make this hatchery.
I think
Oh
what
no, but the vulture's gonna kill this drone at
Dude,
9 o'clock.
I
Oh, fuck.
I feel like he needed to drop more.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
needs to
given
drop
that
more
he got
on every
vulture,
base. If he
Fuck.
dropped every base at the same time, there's no way that Kix would be able to do anything about it. And I mean, he will be able to lift the command centers, but still, you know, like with Swarm, with Lurker, with Hydra, with Broodlings, you know, I mean, he would be in a great spot. And I feel like Snowfruit just kind of went into like the late game turtle mentality way too early. You know what I mean? There's still too much money on the map for that kind of mentality. He's just chilling in his base, you know what I mean? He's thinking that he can starve Terran out, but Terran's mining on 2 or 3 bases at this point. Now it's 2 bases, yeah. And finally the drop comes, but the scan, the Kix has like clairvoyant scans today. Like he scanned everything right when the danger was coming. And the vultures are gonna run. Are they gonna run up in here? Oh no, but they're.
Oh my god, he's going for the drop.
And
But
wow,
yeah,
look at this base. He's ready.
Man, some clutch shit. Yo, ensnare?
Broodling? No, broodling the Goliaths, and then drop. That could actually do something. You know, but the vessels are here. Are they gonna radiate? Oh, but he's going so far outside the view of the Terran. Oh, but did he get caught? Oh my god, no, you cannot park these overlords here. Oh my god, you cannot park these overlords here, bro. Yo, Queen's on the ready, yo. Queens are going out. Let's see the cloning. Oh no, are they just gonna distract? No, they're dropping. No, they're dropping. And they're broodling. Oh my god, this drop right here. Swarm. Swarm.
Oh
Swarm.
my
Yo!
god.
Hype. Dude. If he had been doing this earlier, yo, SCV versus
Yo,
Broodling.
infest that command center, please.
Infest command center.
Oh my god, that would be so hype.
Infest Where
If he had the presence of mind to do that, that'd be insane.
Oh, he's sending it. He's sending it.
Yo,
let's
go! Yo, dude, this guy's crazy.
Yo, Snowfruit.
Yo, this guy's fucking D. Oh my god.
Dude, Snowfruit
This
is
is
the
nuts.
man right now. But now there's this bottom right. I mean, this base that was at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock base is in jeopardy at the moment.
Oh my god, Snowfruit. I think he's just going all in. Like, yo, fuck this hatchery.
Yeah, he. I mean, he has to work with what he has left, and he frankly only has half of the supply of kicks now. Kicks is now firmly ahead. I feel like Snowfruit got the idea to do that way too late. Damn. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next, but unfortunately, I don't know what else Snowfruit can do. He only has 12 drones left. Kick says, oh my god, he landed the infested command center inside the main of Kicks. and Kicks is sending the panic vultures back, even though they're gonna do. they are gonna they're gonna do 5 damage each per to the command center
Yo, they can't even go around. Oh, they can on the right side.
here. One at a time though.
Yo, nice distractions tactics. Let's go.
Yo,
While
no,
I put up my
no,
hatchery
they're
and fuck
confused.
them
They
up.
don't know what to do. Look at these vultures. This Sim City from Kicks though. Oh nope. What? Are we finally gonna get there though? Oh my god.
Yo, this distraction
This is
tactic.
like a biker meetup, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you ever been to a bar and you've seen like 20 motorcycles outside? Like this is exactly what that was.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Drops going
Infested
to the
CC
main?
does
Yo, we're
regen.
going in. He's got 3 overlords with the defiler. And 2 drones. Let's go.
Yo, let's do this. Is he he's distracting the turrets. Oh no, but it's gonna go down. He's not gonna make it there in time. He's going for the other base. The other base only has 1 Goliath and 1 turret on it. But now they're pulling back. The map coverage from Kick sees everything. He's all-knowing. He's omniscient. And the overlords are just parking. And they're queens. Queens are coming. Oh no!
Oh my
The EMP! What?
That was a great game.
Dude, what the
GG.
fuck? That was incredible. Wow. that was a straight up wow game. This is now I'm dude, this is what I like to see. This is what I love to see.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
some hype
Christ.
shit. Yo, Jake, do you have any thoughts on that game?
Jake is playing melee.
Jesus
Jake
Christ.
is playing puzzle. And he decided not to co-commentate.
I'll be over there. Like right now, I'm like on level 5, and I'm probably like about 9 minutes.
Oh, Jake said that he's at level 5 in 9 minutes. That's some speedrun timing. Wait, what the hell? What the hell is this? I see it. What?
Yo, I got some good ass stories.
In a minute, Kogan. All right. Let me see. What was I supposed to do? I'm like blown away right now. I can't even function properly right now. All right. So
Oh, I mean, from all the games you've casted, I know it's only been 2 weeks. Has that been the most hype game,
I think so.
in your
That
opinion?
was really up there.
Because
Th
that was some next level shit.
Dude, Snowfruit. I hate crossing your name out right now from the match list, but dude, that was some epic shit.
No, I mean, like, I think Harmtaro really brings a good point. Like, he mentioned in the chat, like, they don't get into these situations often, so
Hmm.
they don't know what to do. And, like, that's something I didn't really consider as well. So, very good point.
And I have to give shout outs to Kix as well. I mean, besides the fact that he obviously made some mistakes as well, they both did. He,
Oh, he
the
brought it back,
dude, the
man.
EMP at the end and the perseverance, the fact that he was,
Yeah.
keeping the command centers alive, eventually he did get the amazing amount of mine coverage, and he was playing very well reactionary once he got that vision on the map. That just further solidifies the point that I was trying to make about how he needed those mines earlier so he could play a better reactionary game. I feel like if Snowfruit just threw down some Ultralisks when he was rich, and if he used drop more liberally throughout the game,
Oh, for sure,
that would have
yeah.
been the
Like,
game changer.
that's the thing. Like, we saw that he got early drops, but he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
And,
that
like,
slowed him
normally
down so
you would
much.
think they'd do that 2 centimeter drop or whatever. But,
Yeah, he didn't
I
need
mean,
speed.
he did use it later, but not when he should have been using it.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to spend your money where it's best spent at that moment.
For sure.
And in that situation, I feel like, and your units as well, he didn't need 7 lurkers in his natural to defend against a push that never came. he could have had two of those lurkers at each of the corollary bases, the potential thirds of kicks, and done the slow overlord drop and gone to hive before speed. Because once you do those two drops, you really don't need speed after that. Speed only is necessary later when there's mines out on the map. So I feel like he did the right things just in the wrong order and at the wrong time. And that's something that is pretty easily fixable in my opinion. It's more of a
Yeah,
conceptual flaw than a
totally agree.
mechanical or anything.
Also, other things to note: late ass hive and no
Hmm.
adrenaline gland. I feel like that could have
Dude,
changed
the
the
adrenaline changed everything.
shift of the game. No, that was key, because like it's just they just become like absolute killing
I'm
machines.
actually gonna look it up just to make sure. I'm gonna load the replay up in BW chart real quick just to see the timing of the hive and the timing of the adrenal if adrenal
Sure.
glands if it did come up. Um, because I think that that's something that's important to be sure about because I don't want to tell him, oh, you didn't get adrenal, and then turns out that he did get adrenal. You know what I
It's
mean?
like, yo, you're bad.
Yeah,
I just played a
right.
40-minute epic TVC. What the fuck you guys got?
All
It's
right.
like, yo, go back to commentating, you washed up fuckers.
All right. So I'm gonna load a BW chart right now. All right. Let's see. Snow. Oops. I typed in snock. Snow. Snowfruit kicks. Okay. Let's see. Uh, upgrades. I can't read that. It's too small. Wow. Okay. Lurker aspect plague consumes spawn ruling, queen energy, overlord speed, overlord transport, carapace 3, melee attacks 3, ultralisk armor, ultralisk speed. Okay, so he got both ultra upgrades, but never got an ultralisk.
Yeah,
Zergling
I mean,
speed,
like,
Zergling
I guess like
speed.
something to learn.
Yes,
Go ahead, go ahead.
Zergling speed and Hydra speed at like minute 40,
Hmm.
but he was called never got adrenal glands.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, he it's good that he gets upgrades, but the thing is, like, he's not utilizing them. So what's the
Yeah,
point? Like,
not
get them later if you're gonna use it later.
absolutely. He's not utilizing them for the units that he got them for. Wait, Lumik's saying you all need to learn when to talk and when to listen so you don't overlap. Is there an overlap issue again? I don't think there should be.
No,
That's
it's because
weird.
I interrupted you like 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
That's
well,
probably
nah,
why.
it's just Lumix being Lumix. Fuck Lumix.
Yeah, no, at least I don't have a fucking mic that farts. I'm good.
All right, yeah, all right. Moving into game two, we have N Baker versus Shoop the Whooper on Demian again.
Yo, shoot a sketch. Oh my god. Yo, hot boy as fuck. Yo, your fucking channel's gonna get banned. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jake said I ruined his chain.
Yo, got him.
Oh my god. All right. Okay. So Shupta Whooper versus N Baker. And Baker is another person who was played a lot on Shield Battery. I played with him a couple of times. He's a pretty good Zerg. And anyway, in the mid right we have Shupta Whooper, the teal Protoss.
Bottom left again, we have the red Zerg and Baker.
Yep, aka 013 Tyrant. And alright, so one thing I want to note about this map in general, since we talked about it a little bit last time and there's nothing that's really going to happen in the first 30 seconds, one of the things that's common to three-player maps because of the way that they're organized is that the rush distances are shorter than in even 2 and 4-player maps. If you compare this to, say, Benzene or Fighting Spirit, if you look at the way that the mains and nats are structured, it's actually closer because there is a triangle. They have to be force a triangle into a square, and as a result, if you look at the distance, even as the crow flies, it's closer between mains than it is on Fighting Spirit. Maybe not so much this vertical distance right here, but the actual walking distance from ramp to ramp is a lot shorter. So I feel like aggressive builds, even though they're slightly disfavored, because of the fact that wait, hold on. Alright, never mind. Okay, the pylon is up. They are disfavored because once you scout you have a greater chance of scouting your opponent first on a 3-player map versus a 4-player map, and there is also you also will know where your opponent is after the first scout. There is a shorter rush distance, so if you do something like really cheesy, it still has the potential of doing some damage. But so
So
far,
would you say double scouting is like good for Zerg as Protoss, or not needed? Like, will you be able to scout in time if you miss the first initial scout?
I double scout against Zerg always, especially on
Yeah,
hybrid.
I would have
Basically,
figured.
I would rather take the risk. I mean, I'm sorry, I would rather take the economic hit than take the
Yeah,
risk. It's
for
making
sure.
it's making the difference between you being, let's be like super generous or super critical and say that sending out 2 probes makes you 5% less likely to win the game because of economics, for example.
Yeah.
If you don't scout a 5 pool on time, you're about 100% less likely to win the game, you know, like, or 80% less likely. So I'd rather take the smaller guaranteed hit to my chances of winning as opposed to the gains. I'm sorry, as opposed to the guaranteed loss. And wow, he hid the drone, but then the probe found it anyway. The probe saw it in its trail vision. So great play from both players here. Very good awareness. Tyrant hiding the drone behind here. Very great tactic. Very smart. But the probe was way too aware. And Shoop the Whooper showing the fact that maybe he did kind of get into this league somehow questionably, as we mentioned earlier. Because he has 300 APM right now. And seems like almost very good, what's it called, multitask here. But there is a gas going up as well. And the Lings are out. So this probe is, okay, see, this was a mistake right here. This is somewhere where I have to, it is bad to place cannon too close to forge. Okay, I'm going to address that first. In general, I don't agree with you because cannon next to forge is kind of what you need to hold off Hydralisks. In this situation against Lings, I do agree that the cannon should be placed a little bit further back because then you will be able to cover the entirety of Nexus. If Lings are right here hitting the Nexus, I don't think that the cannon would be able to reach, and that would hurt a lot. The 6 Lings can still run by here, but even right now he's going to make the gateway, so I don't think that making the first cannon far away is necessarily the best option until you find out, like, you know, how many Lings he has, so on and so forth. Now I'm going to get to the point that I was going to make initially, is that this probe, as soon as he saw the Lings, his question would have been, I'm sorry, not question, his motive should have been to get inside the main and keep scouting the main, because if he saw this gas coming up when it is, which is relatively early at this point, I think, and it's before even the 3rd hatchery is up, like that could have changed his game plan, given him a little bit more information, maybe given him an idea of the fact that maybe some sort of all-in was coming, if potentially, or the fact that there's a potential for an all-in.
I don't agree with that gateway placement, do you? I feel like it gives Hydra less range to just kill it.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. It's
Absolutely.
better to just line it up, right? Gateway
Yeah,
and Forge.
what's called the line, he did the line wrong in both directions, actually, because what you want to focus more on, so there's 2 ways to think about it, right? Like, you could make the line with, in this case, the left side of the pylon, where the Forge and Gateway would be lined up that way. But
Correct.
the weakness in that situation is that the cannons will not be in a straight line. They will be kind of diagonal. And,
yeah,
that
I know what you're talking about.
That makes it easier for Hydralisks to pick off one at a time while getting attacked by only 2 or 3 of them. So in general, it's better to make it so that, in this case, the right side of the pylon is aligned with the buildings. So the Forge would be moved over, 1 unit to the left. The gateway, in this case, would be actually in the correct placement, and then the cannons would be in a straight line behind the wall. And that actually gives you the best surface area coverage of your natural. Which
Yo,
is,
PVZ is deep. I'm learning right now because I switched to P.
oh God.
Shit.
We don't want you.
No, why, dude?
So Shoop the Whoop. Alright, don't be selfish. Let's talk about the players, alright? So Shoop the Whooper.
Let's go.
Shoop the Whooper showed up at the natural of the Zerg. The Zerglings are only used, it seems like they're only being used defensively right now, preventing the scouting. What's called? The probe sees that there's Zerglings. He's not trying to go in right now. He's kind of holding himself back. We see the gas is up. The Cybernetics core is being placed down. That's very good play right here. Nexus is about to be done. I would like to see a probe transfer at this point. Definitely, I like to go with the probe transfer when there's 2 or 3 bars remaining, because that should finish right on time on most maps. And we see that one. Yeah, you want the Nexus to finish when the probes are like returning their first mineral, just about. So the other probe is just chilling outside. I guess he's just waiting to see if the Zerglings leave. Zerglings don't see the probe. Probe sees this. Whoa, okay. Here's something interesting, alright? Yo, try this with me, alright?
What?
Turn off the vision for Tyrant and look at the probe and the Zergling in the natural of Tyrant. So you see how the probe sees 1 Zergling?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, now switch the vision. Turn Tyrant on and shoot the Wooper off.
What?
That's
That's crazy. How
that's
did you know?
I didn't. I was just checking. That's
Yo,
nutty.
that's pretty crazy.
That's
I didn't
nutty. I
know
didn't
that.
know that. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, shoot the Wooper. I don't know if this is intentional or not. If this is intentional, you might be better than us. You should be commentating us playing CPL shit. Meanwhile, Tyrant, I think he did a great job, getting this third base set up when his natural was getting held back. And he is getting a relatively fast layer, I feel like. I mean, there's no second guess, so I'm going to suspect that it's not going to be Mutalisks at this point. But
Mhm.
then again, he also doesn't have a Hydro Den. It looks like he's just going to be going 5 hatch. Like, my issue with this right now is I don't know enough about Zerg to know why he would go for layer this early if he doesn't have a Hydro Den or a Spire planned right now.
Yeah, I mean, normally the correct build would be 3 hatch Spire, 5 hatch Hydra, but Spire seems a little late, considering he has 300 gas, and he just started it, so...
Yeah, Spire just started. Let's see. There's actually no Stargate though, which is really questionable right now. And actually, Protoss is banking up a lot of money. So Shoop the Whipper, kind of proving the situation. He's making a second gateway. He has Citadel. He's gotten Speed. Speed is at a good timing. Speed and +1 are going to finish at the same time. I feel like maybe +1 a little bit earlier. +1 takes a longer time to make than Speed, so you always want to get +1 then Speed. Zealots are scouting around looking for the expansion right now, and this expansion at the top is completely undefended. I feel like with better scouting, the Zerg would have prepared better for this Zealot harassment, but as it stands now, this Zealot might actually do a decent amount. Oh, it's actually only a Probe, thank goodness. Probe finds the expansion. Zealot's probably going to reroute. Zerglings need to go defend. And Zerglings are actually defending. Okay, one drone goes down, it looks like. So Shoop the Wooper looks like he's actually going for an aggressive Zealot play when it's actually going to be Mutalisks that are coming out, not Hydralisks, or at least it should be. I feel like if I was Tyrant and I saw the fact that my opponent has no Stargate and he's going 3 gate, I would just make a shitload of Mutalisks. Why even bother going for Hydralisk? So let's see what is made right now. It looks like... Are there going to be any Mutalisks made? There's 1 Muta. I would like to see at least 5 or 6 or 7 Muta right now at this point. I mean, there's also there's no cannons defending the main or the natural. Finally, there's 1 in the main of Shoop the Wooper. But it looks like
what do Protosses go these days for Zerg? Like, is it 4 gate +1 still, or times have changed?
No, it's usually you go gateway first, you harass with Zealots.
Yeah, gateway first is pretty common.
Yeah,
but what about like this mid-game phase?
Mid-game, it depends on what Zerg did. If Zerg is doing this style, which seems to be like I'm gonna get 4 bases style, where you take 2 naturals and then you take the main behind it. Protoss can either take a quick or third off of like 3 gateways, or they can opt to get a 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there gate bust, which is going to be Dragoon heavy and then followed up with speed lots. That's the other option. Right now it looks like he's gearing up for a speed lot timing attack.
Yep, and it's ready to go.
Yeah, and
so
there's actually a lot of
if
speed
you move
lots
to the
here.
main.
I feel like Tyrant kind of missed his window a little bit. He got Spire and he got Lair very early. He got Spire a little bit later, but now he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, Zealots are pretty tanky. I mean, given the fact there's only 3 Muta too.
+1 in speed also. Yeah, the fact that there's only 3 Muta is huge. It's going to be a devastating attack on him right now. He can't afford Muta right now. That is true. He has a lot of gas. He hasn't been making a lot of drones, it seems like, because I really do feel like he got the gas too early. And the layer, I mean, if this Spire goes down, that's going to be very big for him. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, this is just extra credit now. I mean, just killing more drones.
Wow, this is absolutely brutal to see right here. Snipe pool. I agree with sniping the pool. I don't agree with what he's doing right now. He's just he hit the extractor a little bit, hit the layer a little bit. Now he's gonna run out and run past the Sunkens a little bit.
Yeah, pool would be pretty crazy, but it did as much damage as it could.
Yeah, and now he has Templar.
Not as much, but it did a lot.
I don't like the fact that he's delaying his +2 attack. He doesn't need to do that. And I like the fact that he compensated for his lack of anti-air with cannons, but I mean, even with 3 cannons, at this point, the Mulus can snipe the Templar. then Protoss can't really leave the base. And the Mutalisks, with a decent amount of Mutalisks, you could still kill off these bases. Yeah, Archon might be a good decision here, but it looks like he canceled it. Oh, actually no, they're just derping. That's the worst. When Mutalisks come to your base and you try to make Archon, but they just derp, and then the Mutalisks come in and snipe your High Templar, that's a wrap. Let's see what he's going for instead. He's going for Lurkers, which is a good choice, I feel. I mean, considering the composition that Shubdawooper is playing, the fact that there's no Robo out. Yeah, I mean, Robo is actually on the way, but no Sair. If you use the Mutalist to snipe the Templar, and then... Actually, maybe Lurker is not the best choice now that I'm thinking about it. It's hard to say. I feel like he would be... It's going to help him defend, and I would like to see him transition to Hydra after this, because Hydra would completely destroy this composition of Zealot, Archon, and 1 Dragoon. Hydralisks are like pretty much the hard counter to that composition. With no Templar out, Mutalisks would be able to snipe the Templar if he made a couple more, and then Hydras will win the engagement.
Like, the thing is, though, he has no units.
Oh wait, he has
I'm
no
guessing,
Spire.
like,
I forgot about that.
He has no Spire, but he has a Queen's Nest. Is he going for a faster Hive? But he has no units to defend this push. I guess he has Lurkers,
he doesn't need any units. That's the beauty of it.
Robo is already finished too,
yeah,
so...
But the Observatory is not started, I don't think. Yeah, no Observatory started yet. Really, you're only getting... one thing you can do with Robo as soon as you get it is you make a shuttle while the Observatory is on the way up. And then you can use that to harass, which I think would have been a good idea here. Maybe drop the DT. But it looks like he opted to do neither. I would have liked to see in the Observatory at the very least coming out of this. And this kind of reminds me of Evil Eye. Evil Eye told me that because of the fact that he's a low APM player, which apparently Shubdawooper is not, but as a result, Evil Eye learned a lot of builds that are not Sair centric. They're more focused on ground army, and he finds ways to I guess accommodate that playstyle, you know, placing cannons in the main and natural. And he is getting his 3rd base up though, which is a good move for him. At the same time, Zerg is getting his 4th. I feel like these Sunkens might be a little bit of an overreaction right now, and I think he actually blocked himself in. Nothing bigger than a Zergling is going to be able to get out of this base, honestly. At least that's the way it looks like to me right now. So, Zerg definitely making a little bit of a mistake here in terms of building placement. 3 Mutalisks are out. I would have... Yeah, I think if he had remade the Spire, made a couple more Mutalisks, sniped the Templar, and then just kept pumping Hydra, then Protoss would not be able to take this 3rd base. Protoss would probably lose this whole army. There's only 1 Templar out, and the Archons can hurt the Mutalisks, but it's fine to lose Mutalisks if you're killing Templar, in my opinion. Let's see.
Seems like we have a Defiler Mound on the way, which would only help defend any sort of push at this point.
Yeah, he's playing the Turtle Zerg. I've quoted it before, I'll quote it again. The great Zerg Saracen, the great philosopher and strategist of our time. His advice for ZVP is 1 ling, 2 ling, 3 ling, 4. Camp 4 gas, and then Ultra Whore. So that looks like what we're going to be doing here. The 4th gas isn't up yet, but also with only 1 observer, I would have liked to see a snipe. Maybe a couple Scourge here would be perfect, but the Obs goes down.
Oh, that's it. You gotta back up. Oh, we're going in?
No, he just lost like 8 Zealots for that. And
Jesus
this is where
Christ.
the Mutalisks would have been crucial. Alright, so in this engagement, right, while all of the army is focused on other shit, the Mutalisks would have sniped these, what's it called? These High Templar. And, yeah, that would have been great. But as it stands, the Hydralisks are going to be sniping the bases, and this Zerglings by themselves are not going to do anything to these cannons. I think the Hydralisk would have been a better choice. And honestly, I feel like there might be too many Zerglings here. The Zerglings would not be good against a composition that has a greater upgrade advantage against them. And it should be noted, actually, that at the same time, the Zerglings only have 1 Carapace, and I believe it only finished recently, but the Consume is on the way. So Zerg is actually, despite the early disadvantages, progressing nicely into the mid-late game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but upgrades-wise, like, isn't +1 pretty late at this point, too? Like,
yeah,
you need, like, at least 2 armor and, like, attack on the way.
He should have been getting +2 right now, especially considering that Protoss's +3 is 1/3 of the way done. +2 should have been done.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
If you're going for a Zergling Ultra composition, which it seems like he is, because he didn't make enough Hydralisks to really call it a 5-hatch Hydra build. I feel like he kind of went, like, middle of the road.
It was like a ghetto 3 hatch Spire into like I
yeah,
get fucked into 5 hatch Hydra.
yeah. I don't think this feels like kind of like an amalgam of styles, which is not really what you want to do. Is or you can't kind of just like half-ass it and make a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, and like that's really also because drones are also a resource.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And speaking of drones and larvae, these larvae are idle for quite a while here. These drones are idle everywhere. It looks like Tyrant could definitely pick up the tempo a little bit, try to multitask a little bit better. And at the same time, Shoop the Whooper is taking a kind of a sneaky double expansion right here, trying to cement his lead because Tyrant seems like he has no interest in moving out on the map and doing anything about this. I mean, not like that he really can, I think, because as I said, I mean, he's doing for the Camp 4 gas, but he also made a bunch of Hydralisks, which didn't really do anything. So I feel like he just kind of threw
oh my god, DT drop at the main.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's what I was
This
saying
hurt.
earlier.
Snipe some tech. Let's see how fast he reacts. Oh my god. No
No
reaction at all?
He's macroing off that base too. I wonder where he's gonna snipe
Fuck.
first. Oh, that Evo is gonna finish the upgrade, I think. Oh,
Yep,
especially now that
it's
he split
gonna
off the DT. I would have honestly gone for the pool and for the Defiler Mound, I think. Because the pool takes forever to build. Defiler Mound is more likely to be doing a critical upgrade at this moment. But here comes the reaction, here comes the defense. And Tyrant lost a lot of drones there. He's now down to a 33 drone economy, which is not looking good against the 58 probes of Shoop the Whooper. Yeah, okay, so look at the fourth base of Tyrant. Those Hydras, those like 12 Hydras have been sitting there for like 5 minutes. They've contributed absolutely nothing to the Zerg's play. And as a result, I feel like he kind of spent that money at the wrong time, kind of similar to what Snowfruit was doing, and the fact that he got the upgrades before Hive, despite not using them until after Hive. Getting these Hydras at this point was absolutely useless. He didn't need them to hold off any sort of attack, and the attack never came. Now he's going for more and more Hydralisks when he's already at Hive Tech, and he should be going for Zergling Ultra, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Defiler. I mean, Defilers aren't really going to help a Hydra-heavy composition when there's no Mulas to snipe Templar, you know? You're gonna
Right, I mean like
cast your
Defilers are mostly used to like what is it, Plague and I guess Swarm with Crack Ultra.
Yeah, because
So-
that's exactly what I'm saying. So you throw down a Swarm on top of your Hydra,
Yeah.
what are you really accomplishing, you know?
For sure.
Zealots are still going to be able to kill you under the Swarm. Throw down
Yeah.
a Swarm on top of the Protoss, and then you can't attack them. So like,
You get fucked.
It's not really doing anything. Yeah.
So yo, thanks bro.
Yeah, throwing this Hydralisk mass makes no sense in the context of what units he's going for. But at the same time, he hasn't gotten any Defiler upgrades, so I don't really know what to say about that.
It just seems like oh my god, another DT drop at his other main.
Oh wow, yeah.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
hard to see this teal color, I hope. Alright, so by the way guys, in case you don't know, if you're playing against a person who's teal and you don't like them to being teal, you want to be teal, or you're playing against like brown on a brown map, you can do shift tab tab. In this case it makes everyone red, but in general that makes you teal and it makes the enemy red in every situation. And at this point, I feel like Tyrant's not in a good place right now.
No, I mean he's way too camped up, like way too turtled, no map control. Just gave Protoss 3 free expansions.
Yeah, 5 base against 4 base. One thing.
Unit composition not the best as well.
Yeah, Templar never to be sniped. He was never going to snipe those Templar. Those Templar are
No.
free to storm whenever they feel like it. Let's look at what Shoop the Whooper could do better, I guess, in this context. I feel like this gateway placement is a little bit suboptimal. So if you look at it here, you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways here, and you can't fit 10 because that would block it. But on this map, what I like doing is I kind of make a pylon wall this way, but I leave a gap between the pylons. And then you can fit about 6 gateways here, like this.
Yeah.
And then you can fit another 6 over here, so that, or actually more like 8. So you can fit 14 on one screen if you make your buildings in a very ergonomic way. So that's just a heads up to us Protoss players. I feel like we already discussed what Zerg did wrong, but actually Swarm and Lurkers are still gonna fuck this up. I mean, if he... Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, there's No, but see, this is why you need Mutalisk to snipe the Templar. Because even with the Swarm, first of all, Zealots can... I mean, Zealots are going to get whooped, but... if he could snipe the Templar during this, there would be nothing that Protoss can do about this. And he has no backup Defiler either, which is worrying here, because this might be dangerous for him. He's ascending units one at a, like, you know, in a single file line. Terrible Storm. Better Storm. Nope, never mind, it was a bad Storm. Killed his own observer. And
Wow.
good usage here, but you see, look at, okay, the obs are here now. You see how much damage these Storms are doing, and how the lack of Defiler defensively really hurt.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh my
skimp on
God.
defenses like that. And you need to be sniping Templar if you're playing as Zerg. Because honestly, I don't know how Zerg can win. Too many Dragoons and Archons for meter sniping. I don't agree. You can snipe with... It seems like you can snipe with anything there. Especially if you get +1 Carapace on your Mutalisk. It's absolutely brutal. Crackling
Oh,
plus
people
Defiler-
actually get +1 Carapace?
Yeah, they do.
What?
Because Protoss get +1 air nowadays, very commonly.
Oh, wow.
So you
okay.
get +1 Carapace, and that makes Mutalisk a lot better at sniping. But Crack is out, Adrenal Glands are here, and even though the upgrade advantage is still
Oh my God,
Protoss
cleaned
favor,
up.
yeah, the
Not
cracks
bad.
the cracks are doing mad damage here. And I can't believe that
Dude.
this army died, honestly.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's very scary to try to buzz Zergs, even when they're so woefully unprepared like Tyre. Now imagine there being Sunks, a Spore Colony, a Bridge, a Defiler, a Lurker there, and that's exactly why this kind of style works, the Camp 4
Yeah.
Gas and Ultra Horse style. And in the balance of it, I mean, Shubda Wooper lost his army, which is something Protoss never wants to do. I mean, look at it. His new army composition, his Panic army macro, pure Zealot and Dragoon. His Templar are a ways away from being made. So his Panic composition is very bad against Zerg. He lost his 5th base, and now Zerg is almost cut up in supply. I mean, he doesn't have enough drones. I would love to see more drones from him. And I would love to see him go for Ultra and more cracks and maybe a couple more Defilers. And yeah, here's the 5th base now. So Zerg just swung that in his favor just by defending. An example of being a little bit, of overextending a little bit with Protoss in a situation where he thought, where Protoss was generally ahead. So yeah, big shoutouts to MCA right now. He's the creator, the launcher that you see here. Someone asked earlier about how I see the minerals and gas and all that stuff. Well, it's all thanks to Mr. MCA. Oh my god, is this hatchery gonna go down though? Oh my god! Oh!
Rip.
Rip.
Oh man, I feel like... Yeah, Ultras would be amazing right now.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Well, not anymore. He spent so much of his bank now.
That's what I mean though, like,
you have
when
to-
he had the resources, he
Yeah.
also does not have a gas
Yeah.
for his top base.
He only has one drone mining gas in his natural. And he still hasn't remade any defenses at his natural. So, and he look at his drone count in his main. He's actually mining, he only has 4 drones on gas right now. No,
Wow.
Okay, now he added 2 more, so that's 6. He has 6 drones on gas on 4 bases. This is not how you do 4 base Ultra Horde. But at the same time, his drone count is so low, so I really don't know what to say. I feel like he kind of squandered the advantage that he gained briefly in that situation, because now Protoss is back to having a relatively scary army. Still no Mutalisk to snipe these Templar, and it's very Zealot heavy though. That's one thing to note. Zealot heavy is not going to go well against these Lurkers, so there's a potential for some decent damage here. Okay, alright. Look at Zerg's main base, and tell me that this is not the Jaedong. I mean, his name is 013 Tyrant, alright? So let's check off the list of what he has done so far that is Jaedong-like, alright? There was something earlier. God, I'm trying to remember. Well, first of all, obviously we have to mention this, because look at this. Look at this ramp.
Oh my god.
That's that Jaedong. Okay, that's one thing he hasn't done. I forgot the other thing, but there was something else that he did that was absolutely rude. But now this 5th base is unfortunately going to get taken down. Once again, a lack of Defilers
Nice
here.
swarm.
Nice swarm. But
Oh
also
my
nice
god. They're also out of swarm though.
Oh,
gets
wow.
cleaned up pretty easily.
Wow, yeah. The Zealots 3-1-1. Absolutely beautiful upgrades here. And Zerg is on 3-1. 3-1, 3-0. Not okay. It's getting not bad. I feel like the closer. I mean, even though Archons with 3 attack will always one-shot Zerglings, Zealots no longer two-shot Zerglings at when both races are at 3-3. So in this scenario, I would say that Protoss kind of starts losing their gains in the late game when both races are at 3 upgrade, 3 attack versus 3 armor. So this is exactly when Zerg's time to shine. But oh, we have Speed Shuttle and we have Reavers actually now too. So this is a great play. This is something that I feel like every Protoss should do in the late game versus Zerg. You could even build a robotics facility right here, start making Reavers, and that way
Oh,
you can
100%.
you start making Reavers and shuttles out of 3 or 4 robos. I mean, Reavers are the future, as opposed to PvP where Reavers are the past and Templar are the future. And PvZ is what's called Templar are the forever, like, you know, you use them all the time, and Reavers are the future. You do them
Right, it's
later in
like the
game.
bread and butter, and
Yeah.
then you transition to Reaver when you have more bases, and I feel like there's no reason not to get Reaver. They just do so much damage, splash damage, kill Swarm, competes against Ultra as well, so there's just no reason not to get it. Although they are costly, so you have to be very good with microing them with your shuttle. And also, yeah, they can harass too, so it's like, you just get so much mileage off one unit.
So these swarms are actually doing a great job of poking into this base, but he needs to burrow this lurker. He needs to burrow both lurkers. This is exactly how you start stacking damage on Protoss. I mean, this is how you take out these bases. And I mean, this Zealots being as upgraded as 3-2-2 now. Like, if he had more lurkers and if he had some Zerglings here, that would be better. The Hydralisks really did not contribute anything to that engagement, but he's continuing to make Hydralisks. That's what I'm really puzzled about. If he had been making Zerglings instead, it would have been a much better situation. And Protoss, I mean, Protoss is playing this out smart, I feel like. He's, you know, taking bases. A map split scenario almost always favors Protoss. And, okay, these lurkers are going to do a shitload of damage. This is... Wow,
Oh
okay,
my
hold the
god.
fuck up.
Get melted.
Oh my god, these obs need speed. They need speed or they need to be ahead. Wow, he just lost, like, all of his bullets.
He lost like 40 supply for free.
Yeah, wow, and he's still losing more. He's still pushing. All of this
Oh
army
my
is hurt so
God.
badly. Yeah, you can't be doing this. And there's more lurkers back here. Lurkers are really good, guys, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. I mean, Zerg is on, like, what, like 1.5 mining bases, like 2.5 mining bases, and he's still holding off this Protoss swarm with half the supply, simply because of the fact that lurkers are really good. And wow, here comes a. This is the kind of bust that you would like to see happen, but with like another 20 cracklings added. Oh my god. Burrow, swarm. Beautiful.
That's it. There goes the base.
Yeah. And if these probes run away. Okay. Alright, I was about to say. Oh, did he unburrow all of them? No! No! He missed killing all the probes. He could have killed all of those probes if he just burrowed in the right place. And I mean, this base is Dunsky. Protoss is now down to 2.5 mining bases of his own. This gets finally cleaned up, this base can go back to being functional. I really feel like Zerg being on 30, 40 drones this whole game has really hurt him a lot. I mean, you need to get up to like 60 drones eventually. Shoop to Wooper has been doing a good job of, despite losing probes in certain scenarios, he has been, you know, remaking them. And honestly, the way that Shoop to Wooper is playing, despite the fact that he has some minor mistakes here and there, he does seem like one of the front runners of the league right now, just based off this game.
Yeah, big problem for M. Baker. He just stayed on the same unit composition pretty much the entire game.
Absolutely.
No change.
well, that's one of the things that really works against Protoss players, especially in the late game,
Yeah,
is you force them into a certain composition,
right.
and then they're like, okay, in order to beat X, I need to do Y, and then you just make whatever beats Y. And because
Yeah.
Protoss has the imperative to maintain, what's called, to keep their ball alive,
Mhm.
they can't really change their army composition as much as you can and as dynamically, considering the fact that you're going to have production off of, in this case, like 7 or 8 hatcheries, and that's a GG.
Good game.
I think he was just too broke, he couldn't handle it, and then 3-3-3 Protoss is just absurd as well. Shoop de Wooper doing a great job there, holding down the fort. Despite losing a couple bases, I mean, I feel like he just played overall solid,
It was a really solid game on his end, so good job to him.
Yeah, Tyrant, I feel like there wasn't a lot of cohesiveness there. Like, like the things didn't add up as they should have. You know, like the amount of hydras that he made before getting his fourth base didn't make sense.
Hmm.
Getting the amount of mutalisks that he got didn't make any sense. Making like 3 mutalisks, 4 mutalisks, or 5 mutalisks, that does not make sense. You need to have your build make sense. You need to hit it harder. Making 5 mutalisks before I'm sorry, before getting your fourth and fifth hatch does nothing. Getting 12 hydralisks before your fourth base does nothing. You have to do stuff that actually makes sense overall in the complete picture. You have to hit harder. Yep. Any comments from you, Phasers?
Um, Personally, I think it was his lack of unit composition, just the unwillingness to change.
Yeah.
And
Good
like you
point.
said, he I guess like his initial build order, it just didn't feel polished.
Definitely.
So
The gas was entirely too early, I believe, and if he was
yeah,
going for Mutalisk, then it was too many Zerglings and not enough drones because he was too broke to make Mutalisks when the time came to make Mutalisks. His
yeah,
Spire was
and
late after his lair, so
mhm. And like also one thing is like I think the reason why he was so broke too is because after he got DT harassed,
hmm
um, his main just had nothing mining there.
yeah,
Like it was like no drones on gas, no drones on gas at his other main, no drones on minerals at his main. So he just needs to be more aware of that as well, because Zerg thrives off economy.
absolutely. Um, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, like maybe like 3 to 5 minutes.
That's
So,
fine.
yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to.
I'll be right back
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Nobody leave. Well. Okay, you can leave if you want to. I don't care. But it'll be nice if you come back in 3 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, please enjoy the soothing music of stolen drums.
Fans still gonna love me, man?
Yo, yo. Word up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
fans still gonna love me, man?
Word up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo.
Word up.
Yeah. Yo.
Word up. Yo.
are back.
Alright. I believe is Pisan versus who is it? It's a toss, right? CVP.
Yes, it is, and I will bring that up right now. It is Pisan versus Pebble. Um, one second. Something is. I feel like my stream is not showing the right shit for some reason. Oh, is it because? One sec.
Oh, Pebble, true
Yeah.
legend.
Pebble is a former D-Ranks organizer. He also managed to hit C minus, and he won DRIT. So major props to
And he
Pebble
won
there.
DRTL.
True, he did win DRTL as well.
Dude, my man's got the Grand Slam.
Absolutely. Let's get right into the game then.
Wait, he switched to Protoss? So I thought he was a turn player. No?
He plays Protoss versus everything, and then he plays Terran versus Protoss. So very weird combination. CPL 1 password 1. And yeah, he did switch to Protoss, and I think that's what led him to winning the DRIT actually. So Phaser's taking a page out of Pebble's book, switching to Protoss so he could stop losing so much.
Pebbles is a god.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says, dude.
All right, so
He's too good.
We're on Demian again, and at the mid right we have Pisan, the drone stacking, splitting Zerg, and he actually managed to not get completely janked by it because I thought that 1 or 2 drones was gonna end up behind the mineral line. Anyway, so he's gonna be the purple Zerg at mid right.
Top left, we got the yellow Protoss Pebble 444, aka the captain of Sun Khan, aka the winner of the DRIT. So we're in for a good match, guys.
That's absolutely true. But one thing that's instantly noticeable is that he didn't split his probes properly. I mentioned this last time, but you always want to split your probes perfectly. Like, you know, 1 for each mineral patch. He is sending the probe early, so I do suspect it is going to be a Forge FE. And the pylon, let's see where the placement is. I don't really like this placement, to be honest with you. I feel like when you do this, right? Actually, nah, it should be fine. Forge right
Dude, isn't that
here.
a doodad? You can't like walk through it, right? So
No,
you can
you
kind of
can't.
use it to your advantage.
I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm trying to think about how it's gonna be because Forge always goes on the left and to hug the left
Yeah.
wall because that's where it's tight, and the gateway goes on the right. So I'm just trying to see how he's gonna place it because if you place your pylon in the wrong place, you're prone to making yourself to walling yourself in by accident. So this Forge, I have to say, if you look at it right here, it's this is exactly what I'm talking about. He did not leave enough space for himself to make a straight line with Forge and Gateway and cannons behind it. If you look at where the pylon is, it's only 1 unit between the Forge line and the pylon line. So the cannons are, at best, he's going to fit 1 or 2 cannons here. And if he places 2 cannons, then he's going to wall himself out with the pylon. The pylon should have been either further to the left or further to the right. And then that way he wouldn't wall himself off with cannons. And then the gateway right now, it looks like if he's going to place it here, he's going to greatly diminish his surface area of cannons. So I'm going to be interested to see how he makes up for this. And one good thing that he did do is he did go to double scout. But as soon as he saw the Overlord coming from the right, he pulled the other probe back, and left only 1 probe going out. So that was a good read by him. He's going to see the hatchery. Nope, drone. It's just a drone going out. And I'm surprised that Zerg didn't recognize the fact that the probe was coming out so early from going right ways. He would have known that the base isn't there. But actually, he does recognize this, and he's just going to make a 3rd hatch here, I think. Oh no, he's hiding. Oh, we got the pylon block.
Nice.
We got the pylon block.
Now he's forced to build that hatchery down there.
Yeah, but at the same time though, well,
Doesn't really matter.
if pool is up, I would expect to see at least 2 lanes right now. Right now he has 3 larvae.
Oh wow, we go for 1 lane, 1 drone.
No, that's good. I like to see that. One thing I don't like to see from Pebble right now is the fact that he went 1 cannon, 1 gateway, and he's delaying his nexus. He really does not need the gateway yet, I don't think. He could definitely afford to make the nexus and then the gateway. And I think the real issue is that because of the fact that he made the pylon, he delayed his own nexus as well. So that's something to keep in mind when you're playing Protoss. Now that he sees that there's 2 links, He should have known, honestly. If he when he scouted the main base, or maybe he didn't scout. Maybe that was just me. I kind of missed it. But when you see all three larvae turn into something right away, then it might make sense to make gateway again or make a cannon or something. But if you see one and then one and then one, it's very unlikely that it's going to be three sets of lings and that you need to be in this defensive position right away. Now, going back to what I was saying about the wall, if you look at it right now, he can make 2 cannons behind the forge, and he can make 2 or 3 cannons behind the gateway, but depending on how he places it, he's going to wall himself off completely. Dragoons will not be able to leave. Or, at best, he's going to have to walk the long way around the wall to get out, which either way, this is not the optimal placement. I feel like Pebble did not practice his placement for this map. Something that I feel like all Protoss players should do before they have a match on a certain map. You have to learn how to place your Forge FE placement.
Yeah, I mean, this applies to like all races too. Like, know your SimCity, know how to wall.
Absolutely.
Very crucial. Goes a long way.
And in my opinion, that's one of the easiest things that you can do without any coach whatsoever. You can start up a single player game against a computer, right? Then you cheat. You do Operation Qual. You get mad money. You know, you do all of that. You kill them and leave one building. And then all I do is I make like a bunch of Reavers or Dragoons or something. And I just start experimenting with the building placement. And one thing I did for a match, probably a while back now, what I did was there was a map that I wasn't really familiar with, and I had like, you know, a couple of hours to prepare. So what I did was I did what I described earlier, and then I screenshotted the walls that I liked, and then I printed out the piece of paper. So then when I spawned, I just remade the wall exactly as it was on the piece of paper that I printed out. And that
Yo,
way.
can you imagine at like in Korea land, like Courage League, just bring that shit.
You just bring
It's like, yo,
you bring a notebook.
Yo, I'm trying to win, dude.
Well, to be honest with you, I used to have post-it notes on the side of my screen with various notes, like this is how you forge FE, like 8 pylons, send the 7th probe or something like that, stuff like that.
Guys, it's 2017. You guys should at least have 2 monitors by now, right? Just pull Wikipedia on the other
Alright,
one.
listen, not
GG, no read.
everyone's a geek like you with 2 monitors, alright? Yo, back up. You work in IT, alright? I don't need 2 monitors. I would play on a laptop, alright? I'm backwards as hell, and I can still whoop that ass once in a while, alright? So back up.
Nah, dude. Relax.
Relax, you relax.
I got you, fam.
Fall back, small back. Alright, we got 3
back
zealots.
to the game.
Yeah, 3 zealots coming to harass the expansion here. I honestly feel like there could have been a better opportunity for SimCity here.
Yeah.
The way that it is right now, it's kind of broad open, and this creep colony is kind of panicked. If I was Pebble, I would recognize that this is a creep colony, and he just wasted all that time attacking it. I would have gone for the drones, forced the drones to run away, make them cost them some mining
100%.
time. The creep colony is not going to do anything to you until it forms into a sunken, and then all you have to do is just lower it by like 200 health, so that when it morphs it, 300 health. This is some decent
Nice
micro.
micro.
Yeah, this is good micro here. I'm lacking the drone
Wow.
stack. Very nice, very nice, and he still manages to force the drones out. The problem is that behind this, he's not macroing at all. He has no he has no Sair, no speed, and let me see his +1 timing. His +1 timing is at a decent rate, so actually this seems perfectly fine. But massing up 1,000 minerals, having 32 probes, I feel like he could be doing so much more right now. I feel like he over-focused on micro here. Like, no matter how much damage you do microing, you have to be macroing behind it, because otherwise you're damaging yourself as much as you're damaging your opponent. Because if you look at this here now, Pisan in a high pressure situation was macroing very well. He has lowered, his mineral count is low. He's going to send the drones back to the base over here, and he's going to be in a full-on 5-hash Hydra mode right now. Whereas,
I don't even think he lost that many drones either, right?
Nope. And
Yeah,
Pebble, in the meantime, Pebble, look at his wall. It's so questionable. 5-hash Hydra bus is definitely viable right now. His Templar tech is late. His gateways are late. You know, like, everything is just uber behind. One sec. Whoa, what is it, Jake? One sec.
I got scroll attacks, yeah. I got floaters, bro.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I only got the tail end of what Hamtaro was saying, but I'm gonna say that whatever he said was correct. So, Sarah's out, scouting around, and peace on 40 drones, 5 hatch Hydra. I mean, he's on a good economy. I would like to see a Spire right now, though. He needs the Spire to snipe Corsair and to possibly do some more damage to the Protoss player. I mean, the Protoss has no anti-air besides that one Sair. And now that the Sair has flown over the Zerg base and he's seen that there is no Spire, he has no need to continue making Corsair. That's a very fundamental equation in my opinion in PvZ. When I see both the Hydra and the Spire, I'm like, shit, well, I guess I have to make everything, you know? I have to make and Sair, and Templar, and Zealots, and think about getting Robo because I see Lair and Hydra Den. Yeah, you can be, as Lumix said, it can be said that macro is more important than micro on the grand scale of things. I agree. Micro is still obviously important in short bursts. You know what I mean? Like when you're busting a Terran push, you need to make sure that your Zealots are on move command and they're split up between the tanks. Your Dragoons need to be on attack move. Your shuttle needs to unload the Zealots, but that's a burst. You know, you do that for like 5 seconds, 3 seconds at most, and then you go back to making units, and then you go back to microwave. You know, you have to make sure. And another way that something that I really like doing personally, when I have the presence of mind to do so in a hectic game, I I macro first and then I engage, because that way by the time I have to macro again, I can just go back to my my next one is gonna be my next macro round is gonna be ready. You know. Like, so you macro, then micro, so on and so forth. So we've got a little bit of Bisu build action here, and this Overlord's running away. DT's gotten 5 kills, good job. Gets killed in the end.
Wow, Pebble going for a Pebble's going for a sneaky third.
Yeah, I saw that.
When he really shouldn't be, but
yeah.
if he gets it off, it should be pretty good. I mean, but then again, a lot of Hydras on the way. No Storm, just got his first Templar out.
Yeah, and there's a shit ton of Hydras, and there's not a lot.
Oh
of
my
Zealots out
god!
there. There's a shit ton of Hydras out.
I guess the Zealots are used to this stall, so let me get my Templar energy.
Yeah, and the way that this third base is being defended too, it's really, really questionable. I mean, 2 pylons, 2 cannons, all the way back from the ramp.
Yeah, the cannons are too far.
No Templar, no, there's nothing defending this third. If Zerg scouts it, it could be really devastating. Meanwhile, Zerg, finally getting a Queen's Nest and moving up to Hive. I mean, he has a decent drone count. Hydralisks are now a little bit too late, and the +2 is nowhere in sight for the Protoss. Protoss is still very rich. Pebble is still Pebble, no offense. I mean, he's not macroing like he should be. Oh, Storm is down. Nice dodge. Decent dodge there. He still could be doing this, though. I feel like he should still be pressuring. If he forces Pebble to burn all his Storms, of which he only has 2 remaining,
yeah,
he could do a lot of damage here. But now the cannon count is going up. The gateway is placed up at the ramp. Is he going to place another gateway here or something like that? Like, because that would be kind of interesting, I guess, but it's not that good against Hydra, I don't think. Actually, it might be decent. It might not be bad. Now that the gateways are here, it's not going to be that bad. Robo's on the way. Pebble, decent timing. I mean, he suspects that Lurker should be out, even though they're not. I still don't see a Spire from the Zerg. I really don't understand what he's why he's missing so much stuff. You know, like, it feels like he should have more than this. But as a strategic play, taking this main by Pebble is a great choice, because on three player maps, one of the advantages that Zerg has against Protoss is that if they take the other main, there's no main for Protoss to take. And while this map mitigates it somewhat because of the abundance of gas expansions that are ramped and bridged, this is gonna be a crucial moment. Anyway,
oh man, but there's not enough reinforcements.
There's no Templar
that's
here.
gonna hold this off. Yeah, DT's coming in, but we have Overlord on the way, so this is nullified.
Yeah, the second gate would have been helpful here, but not conclusive. But I feel like Pebble knows that he got screwed here. I mean, to be absolutely fair with him, this was an absolute waste of money what he did here. He spent 400 minerals on Nexus, 300 on pylons, 600 on cannons, that's 1,000, and then another gateway, and then another cannon, that's 1,300, and 6 probes, and he only mined like 100 minerals out of it.
Yeah, this looks like his last hurrah.
Yeah, but these things are out. They don't have crack yet 'cause the hive is just now finishing up, but the lurkers are out. I don't think he has obs. These storms could mean that could make the difference though, because all the lurkers are stacked up here. Please make good storms. Wow, nice storms.
Nice storm.
But the lurkers are now too spread out. He's not gonna have enough storms to be able to do anything about this.
Dude, Pison's looking really solid too.
Yeah,
Gotta say.
Yeah, Pisan, I mean, he slipped on his macro a little bit. Not having a Spire is definitely damaging to him, and being on 3 base, I feel like he could have done more at this point. By this point, like he could have had more hatcheries, more units, more something. But taking out that extremely greedy and undefended 3rd base definitely is a major.
Yeah, that
move for him.
was key.
Yeah.
And Obs is just being made, just halfway done. Man, it's not looking good for our Protoss hero.
Yeah, he's only on 43 probes as well compared to the 42 drones of Pisan. Both of these players not making quite enough probes. With Protoss, it's actually fine to have like, you know, like 50, 60 probes on 2 base. And then when you take your 3rd Nexus, you just transfer 20 over there, and then suddenly you have an even better economy than you should have. But now he's going to try to clear out this, I guess, he's going to try to expand towards the Zerg. And at the same time, it looks like he might be actually trying to double expand, but the Zerglings deny it on that side as well. And Pebble is definitely in a lot of trouble here. Pisan, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing him go for a Lurker Contain at this point. I mean, considering how, despite this map not being the best for Lurker Contains, it still could be very effective, I think. Considering how narrow the choke is for Pebble to leave out of, and he's actually coming here to do just that, it looks like. I mean, he didn't bring enough to do this, and the fact that there's no Spire and no Hydras with it to snipe the obs makes it much less effective. So he did the right thing, but he did it in a bad way, and that's because of the mistakes he made earlier, I believe. If he sniped those obs, this would be pretty much permanent. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that Pebble would be able to do. And another thing that is difficult is like you can't really Lurker Contain somebody who's already out on the map.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on this Goon heavy army? I don't think it's too good, considering he's very Ling heavy.
Well, no, the Goons are perfect against Lurkers. You need the Goons against Lurkers, and if you have a couple of Zealots to stall them, if you notice, like he just cleaned that up pretty heavy, and he has a Archon, so I think this is the right composition. It's also great for the style of play that Pisan's playing, which is the low static defense
Yeah,
style of play.
I could see that.
He can bust down the walls, he can take out these 2 hatcheries, this hatchery and this Hydra Den with a decent push right now, but the lack of macro is really preventing both of these players from being overly aggressive. And Pisan behind it is taking over the other main now, exactly as I said he should. And it would be nice to see Pebble transfer his probes, defend this base a little bit better, and maybe do something aggressive now that he has the map control. Because every second that he wastes is giving Pisan more time to prepare and defend his bases. Yeah, as I said, like especially at these disorganized clumps of 12 lings, Dragoon composition is actually perfectly fine against it. It depends. It's gonna change. Everything's gonna change once Consume finishes, though. That's when the Dragoons stop being effectual. So that's why the Dragoons need to do damage before that. But
Right, so it's more about like the mid gameplay that Goons have a lot more of an advantage.
yeah, especially considering that up until this point, Pebble has been on 2 base, 7 gate. It seems like after his 3rd failing, he tried to he tried to go for a bust type of build, but he just didn't get anywhere quick enough. He had to focus on defense too much. And now, decent storm, okay storm, and he gets cleaned up. This is exactly what you don't want happening to you. And if you look at Pebble's money right now, like losing this army pretty much lost him everything. He didn't make an army behind this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and once again, he has that panic army that we saw last game from Shoop to Whooper. When you lose your ball, and you're like, oh shit, I need to not die to Zerg right now, you start making pure Zealot and Dragoon, which is going to get cleaned up by Hydraling anyway. So 1DT is going to be a saving grace here. Nice storm, but he does lose the Templar. And these Dragoons are going to get pushed back. And this base is going to go down. I mean, even without an Overlord, I think, yeah. Now, I think these links, no, I don't think these links have crack, actually. Actually, yeah, maybe they do. They're like pop, 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 pop. Okay, drone transfer. Good. Sarah's finally coming awake now. realizing that that it could have been doing stuff just because there's no Spire. I really am confused about Pison's choice not to make a Spire. And now he reads my mind, and makes the Spire now. But it's like too late. I mean, like Spire could have come into effect at many points earlier, and this seems to be a common theme. I mean, I see this all the time in D-rank games. I also see what's it called? What's it called? I see we saw N Baker make a couple of mutas, but not enough. Mutalisks only work if you get them early enough, and if you have like 11 of them to snipe Templar. Other than that, you should just be making Scourge. But Pisan did neither. At least N Baker tried, excuse me, to do one of those things. We're gonna try to take out this base. If this base goes down, that might be actually GG for
Yeah, that's his last mining base.
Oh, but I don't agree with this decision. He should have known that he wouldn't be able to do anything about this army. I would have just run in there. But actually, Pebble, learning from his mistakes, has 2 Templar there, so I think he could have held either way. But at the end of the day, I mean, he lost what, 2 Defilers, which is a little bit too gas heavy. It's not the best trade. But losing those Zerglings at this point is kind of, like, you know, meaningless. It doesn't take anything away from him. He can remake that Zergling army in like 30 seconds. Ultralisk Cavern is complete. He is getting Ultralisk upgrades, but I do expect to see Ultralisk this time. Pisan actually on a rolling economy now. I mean, if you look at his bases, he has plenty of macro hatcheries available. Defiler is getting energy upgrade. So Pisan looking very solid right here. Denying of another base again. Very good play here. 5th base is on the way.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job just like starving out the Protoss from as many bases as possible.
And Zerg is at a supply advantage right now, which is somewhere you don't want to be as Protoss.
Yeah, that's usually the cue where like you kind of messed up somewhere.
Yeah, and it's not even from Ultralisk too. He only has 2 Ultras and 1 just finished. I honestly would get a few more Ultras, but at this point, I mean, looking at his army, it's absolutely not bad. Oh man, I hope. Okay, so Pebble is walking around with no observer though. Oh no, actually no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. He does have 2 observers. And now, okay, let's see if this one succeeds. The swarm needs to come earlier. Is there gonna be storms though? Storms are in effect. There's a decent amount of storms available. There's like 5 storms here. Are the Templar gonna realize though? The Templar might die before they storm. That would be absolutely heartbreaking. Oh no. Oh my god, the Templar. No, that's 5 storms gone.
Oh my god. Oh man, with the Nidus Canal, he's for sure gonna hold this.
Dude,
I mean,
Ultra's out. They have the armor upgrade.
did he lose the Observer, right?
I think he stormed his own observers, honestly.
Oh no, the Observers are there. It's by the cliff.
Oh. I can't even see them.
Yo,
No,
these Ultras though, getting melted.
No, it's fine.
Good
GG.
game.
Yeah,
GG.
losing that 3rd base was crucial, and his 4th base got found. His Zergling's there, so yeah, that's a GG. I mean, in that case, I feel like both players, again, someone said in the chat that these guys look a lot better than the average DD plus player looked in the past, but still, these are still players that all right, let me start over again. They are better than the DD plus in the past, because you can't even make it to DD plus anymore without knowing what you're doing. The question is how well you do what you're doing, and in that case, I think we can say safely that both players made some good decisions, made some good plays, but they didn't do them very well. You know, they didn't actualize their game plan, their strategy, their build to its fullest extent, and that's what really held them back. I really would have liked to see the Spire from Pisan. I would have really liked to see Pebble not go for that like hidden greedy 3rd, or at least if he was going for it, you send 2 Templar, 2 Zealot there. Hold the ramp and storm. You know, I mean, you don't need to place 5 cannons and 2 gateways just to lose everything to a bunch of Hydralisks. Overall, I have to give props to Pisan though. He showed a very strong game there.
Very well played. He seems like he has he's headed towards the right idea, of like a very well played standard Zerg.
Yeah.
Just need to brush up on some stuff. Like you said, the Spire timing.
Yeah,
It
and I
would
feel
have
like
definitely helped a lot.
yeah, it's almost mechanical at this point. Like his game plan really reflects that effort style, six hatch, low static defense, high Hydra,
Mhm.
get a relatively fast hive, and then get Defiler. I mean, he's getting to it. He knows the concept. I feel like he just needs to fine tune it a little bit better.
Absolutely agreed.
All right, and now, wait. Well, first let me update the this thingy mabobber. Congratulations to Pisan. Okay, and now we're gonna go into the bonus match, which is Bisu versus Flash. My goal for this is to both me and Phaser are gonna analyze, excuse me, analyze this replay. Look at what these two players are doing that we can benefit from, what we can learn, what we're trying to pull information from in this game. You know, like when people watch pro games, you know, people watch pro replays, they say like, oh yeah, you know, I watch pro replays all the time. But just recently, we heard from a coach in this league that you know, a person says that they watch Flash play, but then they place their turrets incorrectly in an actual game. So watching is not the same thing as learning. Hearing is not the same thing as listening, so on and so forth. So we're gonna try to, or at least I'm gonna try to accentuate how I learn from a replay as opposed to watch a replay. I mean, we're watching and casting these replays and we're being a little bit analytical about it, but now I'm going to try to really show you guys the inner workings of how at least I think a replay should be analyzed.
Is this a recent replay or?
Yeah, it should be decently recent. It was posted on Team Liquid just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, this is Flash versus Bisu on Benzene. One-on-one map, two-player map. And in the top right, we have Flash, the blue Terran. And in the bottom left, oh, sorry, go ahead.
On the bottom left, we have the white Protoss Bisu.
Well, this is more like Peach, but
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Going for a gas steal?
I
Has
think
to
this
be.
would
Either gas steal or proxy.
Proxy gate. It has to be proxy gate. Yep. So that's the
That's
first
the way
thing.
to start the game.
Yeah, that's the first thing I can notice right away, right off the jump. Two base play. We already know that this happened in the Pro League Finals where Bisu went for a proxy gate. So let's set the setting first. Like when I analyze a replay, I look at context first. Context number one, this is a two-player map. You always know where your opponent is going to spawn. And because of the fact that it's a two-player map, but a relatively big one as well, lots of places to hide proxies. Now the context for Flash, in my opinion, is that, oh, I know that Bisu likes to proxy shit on two-player maps to whoop me, right? Context from Bisu is, Flash is an amazing player, probably the best player of all time. I need to get an advantage. So that's my, going into this game, I feel like if I was one of those players, that's something that I would keep in my mind. What's up, Keyshawn? Gotta give a shout out to Keyshawn. I'm sorry, Shugo. The person who helped us out with Protoss yesterday. He's here now, and this definitely seems like it's gonna be a proxy. Isn't IC Cup incompatible with the new patch? Yes, that's correct. IC Cup is incompatible with the new patch. Everyone plays on 1.16 on IC Cup. So far, it's the more stable version than 1.18. So let's analyze what the Terran and Protoss are doing. Terran, okay, so first question you have to always ask yourself is, why does a player do this, okay? So looking at this depot right here, question is, why does he place his depot here? You would think that, you know, normally Terran would place it here and wall off or hide it up here so it's out of the way. First thing you have to notice is that this depot being placed here makes it so that the SCVs spawn out here. This makes it more efficient to grab them and start mining with them right away. It shortens their distance. And while it might seem inconsequential, every little second and every little mineral counts in Brood War. So that's one thing I would pick up from this replay. I mean, obviously it helps the fact that I already know what he's doing, but that's just an example of the analysis. Now, another thing that I would like to note is that normally Terran don't scout after depot. You know, that's just way too uneconomical. You know,
Mhm.
usually Terran scout what, like at gas, right?
Uh, Usually either after barracks or gas, so one of the two works.
Yeah, and sometimes you actually see pro players scouting even later than that. They scout, I don't know,
It's
after
sometimes they
factory.
scout like, yeah, when the factory starts.
Yeah.
So
So this is an early scout. Now, going back to what I said about the premise of the match, right? Like the context, right? As I said before, Flash knows that Bisu prone to do some cheesy shit on two player maps, right? This is the one thing that is gonna fuck me up. It's fucked me up in Pro League finals. So how am I gonna prepare against it? You know, I'm gonna scout really early, right? So that's another element of context. And next question you have to ask yourself are, what are the what are the standard proxy locations? What are the buildable areas on the map? I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is built. No, up here is buildable. Down here is buildable. Down here is buildable, but kind of far. And over here is buildable, obviously. And over here is buildable, but not like consequential in this point in the game. I'm sorry that you can't see what I'm talking about, phasers, but
it's alright.
so already at this point in his mind, Flash has a checklist of things that he needs to check. It's like, okay, so he's probably gonna cheese me. I need to find out where he's gonna cheese me. In order to do that, I need to start looking around and check the most likely areas. Obviously, these players practice a lot, so they know pretty much all the cheesing areas, but in a sense, you kind of have to think like your opponent. You have to meta think. That's kind of strategy, right? Like, where would Bisu place his gateway if he was to gateway cheese me, which he is likely to do on two-player maps? That should be your thought process. And he finds the pylon, finds the probe. So Bisu, now that he knows he's been discovered, I question what he's going to do. And actually, Flash is going to be pulling all of his SCVs to stop this from happening.
Wow.
What do you think about it? I think this might be a little bit too extreme of
It's too extreme. It's good because it forces Tyrant to, like, if they do this, they lose mining time. So
Bisu's already getting a slight advantage here by doing this, but at the same time, he's also losing a little bit because I don't think the Zealot's going to come out, but I think the reaction was too intense. I feel like Flash, being the fact that he found it so early, he could have easily just, I don't know, held the ramp or microed a little bit somewhere, gotten the Marine out in time. Because if you look at it, okay, now this Zealot is definitely not going to come out now.
dude, that's crazy.
I mean,
Oh my
Bisu
God.
did invest some early time in mining into this, so wow, that's brutal. So in the end of the day, I mean, I feel like both players kind of start off with a bit of a
Yeah,
disadvantage.
this is a little even at this point. I mean, he lost mining time, but then again, Bisu has no gateway. So, oh, and he goes for a gas steal. I like that reaction too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think so. Shugo says that 150 mineral is gone. That's definitely a good point, but at the same time, I feel
Yeah.
like 7 SCVs in the amount of time that it took them to walk from here to here, kill the barrack, kill the gateway, it definitely costs more than 150 minerals for them as well. Because if you think about it, 150 minerals is only 2 trips for 7 SCVs, and that's already going to be more than. Wait, is it? Am I doing math wrong? No, it's like 2.5 trips. So I would say that, yeah, both players lost a decent amount here, but the gas steal is another interesting thing that Perlas can do. So now Terran usually generally has, all right, so now one thing that you want to do when you're analyzing replays, and I know I'm being like a little day 9 about this because that's exactly what he talked about earlier, is asking why people do this or what you think that the pro is going to do before they do it. So it's helpful to pause at this location and think, if I was the Terran, what would I do, right? So us having a Terran player here, what are your thoughts, phasers?
Thing is, I'm trying to learn. I'm not in this situation that often. So, like, usually I'll just, like, if I do even get the chance to scout a proxy gate, which I probably will not, I usually just play standard. Like, if I do scout it, I just try to bunker down. Not, like, put down a bunker, but, play more defensive, really.
Well,
So,
I mean, in this particular scenario, like, the way that I believe that you learn is by forming a hypothesis and then seeing it either confirmed or denied. Either way, you're thinking critically about the game, and you have to, if your hypothesis is denied, you have to think to yourself, why is this the better option than what I had conceptualized? That's how you learn. You You don't learn
Right.
by mimicking builds or by like, oh, like, you know, straight up A to B logic, you know, oh, if he does A, then I do B. That's how you become a robot. That's not how you learn strategy in the strategy component of the game. So, for example, I'll give my example. As Terran right now, I know that I've killed the gateway. There's absolutely not going to be any aggressive units coming anytime soon, right? So
Hmm.
what I would do in this situation is I would go for a rack CC because he took my gas. I'm not going to get factory anytime soon either. I might as well go for my command center right now. What do you think?
Definitely the right choice, just because of the fact you got gas stolen as well. So,
Yeah.
like
So
normally too, if I get gas stolen, the proper response is to go for rack CC,
mhm.
and this is just a more delayed concept of it. So I do agree with that.
Okay, and we have to think about the Protoss as well. The Protoss, okay, my gateway just got sniped. And
Hmm.
conceptually, you have to be thinking about the same thing. Like, oh, most likely he's going to go for a command center now. What should I do?
Exactly.
And as we can see here, I'm pretty sure that he's about to throw down a Nexus. He's about to hit 400 minerals and throw down a Nexus. So we kind of got a freebie on that one. We kind of learned that on our own. You know what I mean? Like just by looking at the minerals and reading it. But before even looking at what he has, we should conceptually understand why he's doing what he's doing. And that's part of the process of learning from a replay. So I haven't seen this replay before, so I was a little bit upset that it wasn't more standard and we couldn't go into deeper mind games and stuff. But this is still a good educational experience because this kind of thinking applies to pretty much any replay that you ever watch from a pro gamer. You have to understand why what they did was good and why what they did was bad. So now we got a command center, and I'm gonna pause right here just to show the stream real quick. A process that I use when trying to determine when trying to analyze the game. So sometimes the game is hard to understand, to break down into little pieces like that, especially if you have less experience. So what I do is I do something like this. I make a Protoss column, right? And then I make a Terran column. And then I start making notes. You know, I would say something like failed proxy, and I'd put a minus sign next to it because that kind of gives you a disadvantage, right? Then I would say gateway died. That's another minus because technically those are two things. The failed proxy is the fact that the proxy got scouted. The gateway died. That was, you know, kind of an extreme reaction from Terran. From Terran, scouted gateway. I'll put that as a plus. And then denied gateway. I would put that as a plus and a minus because he pulled 5 SCVs in order to achieve it, and he put a plus and put a plus for denying it. So I would just put an equal sign. It's kind of a middle of the pack move. Now goes Nexus, right?
I would
Nexus,
put plus gas steal as a plus as well.
true,
I
good
mean,
call, good call right there. Gas steal plus for the Protoss, and then for Terran, I would put CC after gas steal. That's a plus. That's a
yeah,
proper
very quick
response.
response. So.
And then the Nexus, reading the fact that there's gonna be a CC coming because of what he did. He pretty much pre-programmed the Terran to do that.
Yeah.
I'd put another plus there as well. Wait, why is? Do people see this? I don't know if people see this.
Yeah, no, I'm on your stream. I see it.
Oh, you see it. Okay, perfect. All right,
Hmm.
because for some reason my stream likes to stop showing me what I'm showing. So already looking at this, I would say that, you know, this is early on in the game, but we have two minuses and two pluses for the Protoss player, and that kind of puts them in a like about an even situation. And this is just the early game interaction, about even, right? Like they're no better off than when they started off.
Yeah,
Now
it's
for
more of like a delayed,
mhm,
I guess, like standard opener that
yeah,
you would normally see.
yeah. Now for Terran, we see a plus, a minus slash plus, and then another plus. So I would say that Terran is in the plus right now. So I'd give a slight advantage to Flash right here. Because an earlier CC does more than an earlier Nexus, in my opinion. You always, especially considering the fact that usually Protoss wants to stay one base ahead, yada yada. And I feel like Terran has a lot more options off of two bases than Protoss does. Protoss really only has two base all-in builds and two base Arbiter off of two bases, whereas Terran can do various different kinds of pushes reactionary to the Protoss. And I guess you could say that stolen gas is a slight minus. And sometimes if, let's say, this is just an example. I'm not going to continue doing this for the whole entire replay. It's just a way to think about the game. Let's say Protoss loses, I don't know, Protoss Bulldogs and loses. I would put like 2 minuses for the Protoss, and I would put 2 pluses for the Terran, because that's a major thing. Protoss invested very heavily in this, and
Hmm.
Terran gained a lot from denying it. Now, on the other hand, if we have something like Terran push fails, that would be 1 minus, and then loses all tanks, that would be another minus. So that would be equal to 2 minuses. So that's just one way to analyze replays and the kind of like, where's the flow of the game going, and that kind of, in my experience, that it helps explain a lot of why certain people do certain things. You might think, oh, why is he being so scared? Why is he placing the bunker now? Like on the outside, from the observers, the post hoc analysis, what we're doing here through the replay, we might we can't, it might be harder to put yourself in the position of the player, whereas if you do this kind of analysis, you kind of put yourself more into the game. You have to think that this is the math that the players might be doing at the time, thinking, oh, I got a slight advantage here, I might have fallen behind a little bit there, how do I capitalize on this and that, so on and so forth. So when analyzing replays, I definitely suggest you keep like at least a mental check notepad of this kind of stuff. All right. I'm sorry, I kind of didn't read chat for a while, so if anyone said anything, actually, you have 2 monitors, right? So you got my back, right? I come
Yeah.
back and I see Lumix doing a smiley face. He's probably talking shit, so I don't know. Alright, back to the replay. So yeah, we got the CC and the Nexus coming up at the same time. So it's pretty much even, maybe slightly in the favor of Terran, in my opinion. I can only determine that because I did that kind of analysis right now. And one thing that is important to note here is that Terran does not have to play scared at all. I mean, he sees that there's one Zella, he's scouting with it. Gateway's up, gas is just finished, Cybernetics core only on the way, so he doesn't even need a bunker right now. Like, normally a lot of Terrans would play scared and make a bunker, but smart players, good players, won't make that bunker. Now, another thing that's important to note is that he's getting his gas to finish actually maybe a little bit too much ahead of the CC. But otherwise, he's going to start mining gas here, not waste his time mining to kill this assimilator over here. Kills the pylon. That's actually pretty smart. He knew that he had enough time to do that, and now Protoss is supply block.
Wow, perfect timing.
Yeah,
It's
and
pretty
the
crazy.
bunker is done at the same time too. So Flash is playing like a G as always. And yo, look at this. He mined three gases before he right as soon as the gas finished. So he started off with a little economic boost so he can make the factory a little bit earlier. That's genius. It's like,
This
that's
is so optimal. Oh
yeah,
my god.
that's something that I would take a note of right there, then and there, right? Like he sent the SCVs ahead of time, mined the gas. Excuse me, got 3 SCVs carrying gas, sent a 4th SCV because he realized that, oh, I might have missed a little bit. And thus he pretty much, as soon as the gas finished, as soon as the command center finished, he started off with what, like 32 gas? Makes the
Yeah.
factory that much, a little bit earlier. Whereas a lot of us, I mean, at least me personally, I would have done something stupid like not start my gas until after the command center is finished. Or
Yeah, bro, I would have done something stupid like bring like 8 SCVs to my natural gas.
Yeah.
Do like long distance mining.
or
This is nuts.
or pull like or like keep send all my marines to attack the assimilator in the main base.
Yo,
and
with like 4 SCV.
yeah, and then the zealot comes in and starts fucking your shit up in the natural. What I
Oh
mean?
god, yo, PTSD in effect. Beware.
So you have to
Shit.
be constantly critical of your own play. You have to recognize what's smart and compare it to what is something that
Oh,
you
no,
would likely do. Yeah.
That's like partially why I'm in amazement because like it's just so efficient. Like things like I don't really think of as well.
Exactly. So it's very important to, pause when you notice something like this and take note of it. People do long distance mining too, says Lumix. Lumix, you suck at TVP, okay? Just calm down.
Whew.
I'm
Got him.
just kidding. Lumix is a good player.
Now Lumix is fresh.
Yeah. But I still think that this is the better choice here, honestly. I mean, knowing the situation leading up to this, the fact that he knew that Dragoon would be so heavily delayed, the fact that he knows that bunker would be enough to hold it off, so I feel like he made the right choice here. Now he's using an SCV to attack, so that the SCV is already right there to make the gas. He doesn't need all the... Oh, wow, he doesn't actually make
Oh
the
wow,
gas.
he got in. That's... So he sees that there's 2 gateways. Did he scout for thirds? No, right? But he's getting a start port. Cool.
Yeah, he started the second gas and he started the academy, so he's playing. He needs information. He's getting the academy because he wants information. But at the same time, he's playing. I mean, I don't want to say ballsy, but he's playing conservative. You know, I mean, he's going 1 fac. You know, that's about as conservative as it gets. Gets the siege tank. Is he gonna get siege mode or mines? That's the question here. I think. Looks like it's gonna be siege
mode.
Yeah, set
okay.
the safer option here. One thing I'm concerned about is there's not gonna be any gas for this. Actually, no. I forgot. The second gas finished while the starport was coming up. This is gonna be perfectly fine for him. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage actually. Got 26 into the main health. Meanwhile, Bisu going for a third base. I feel like he's doing it pretty much blind at this point. I mean, he has no robo. I'm sorry, he has no obs. Obs is
But
just
isn't
now.
that the proper response to Rax FE anyway?
Yeah, it should be, but at the same time, if they're going for something like deep 6, this could be a really, this could be a real
True. Yeah,
real
I didn't even
fuck in
think
the
of
butt.
that.
You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
a deep 6 of some sort. Drop play is actually also very good against this because even though there's 3 bases, the fact that there's a later observer is probably going to get there only by the time the dropship is already out on the map. Dropship is about halfway done. Observer is just a bit below halfway done. So if there's going to be any vultures here or a siege tank, but at the same time, if you look at this, oh, actually, this pylon wall might actually hurt Bisu here if you think about it. If he lands the siege tanks behind this mineral on the third,
Yeah.
wait, all right, real quick. What we were talking about, right? So we decided there's 2 things that would fuck me up right now. It's deep 6 or drops, right? Now look at where Bisu places dragoons. Look at that. How amazing is that? That, like, he is constantly checking his own play, saying to himself, what would fuck me up right now, and what do I need to do to prevent myself from getting fucked up?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So this is that pro level tier thinking. I feel like, no offense to you guys out there, I'm sure you guys are all very smart people, but I've encountered so many D- geniuses out there that think that, you know, I understand the game at, like, you know, a god tier level, just my hands don't listen to me. I'm gonna have to disagree with you 100% because I might be a pretty dumb player overall. Like, you know, like I might not be the smartest player in the world, but I can at least fully admit to myself that I would not think that critically about the situation to make this kind of decision, and I feel like most of us wouldn't be able to do that either. And at the same time, if you notice outside the Terran Natural, there's a probe out here. The probe is ready for anything that might come out of the natural, so he's kind of prepared for both options. You know, if some sort of push that might kill my third base comes out of the natural, I'll know. If this drop comes out this way, which I expect it to go, I'll know. So he pretty much covered both options using this, and at the same time, he also placed a pylon at the third gas, so if Terran tries to take a greedy third gas, I'll know. You know, he kind of enveloped the Terran into a situation where nothing that Terran can do, he will go without knowing. So let's see what happens with this dropship here. Oh no, yo!
Wow.
Wow!
Bright idea, but
Dude, I think he saw it in the trail vision though. He must be kicking himself right now. I think he saw it in his retreat vision.
oh my god! And just as you say that too, the pylons, it definitely is gonna end up hurting him.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
No! Yo! Dude,
Oh
that is
god,
so
that
fucking brutal.
hurts.
Dude,
that sucks.
That's how you can make the right decision and still fuck it up. Okay, so notice he does the goon spread here. Oh my god, that is so fucking brutal. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Dude, the obs flows by right at the wrong oh my god. No, but the dragoon's already on all sides. This is I'm not sure if I think Bisu still manages to pull this off. He lost 1 dragoon, maybe 2. No, yeah, he's gonna lose probably 2 dragoons. 2 dragoons.
Could have been
lost.
worse. He handled it really well.
Yeah, exactly. But it's important to know that the only reason that he knew about it in the first place was because he saw it in the trail vision of the correct response he did in the first place. And now the probe is out. Probe sees most likely Marines a tank, a vulture, and a command center. So now Protoss knows, okay, Terran's going for that third, and he knows that
And another
dropship play.
dropship on the way.
Yeah, and look at how Bisu reacts. Okay, so I know for me personally, I'm like, yo, he's trying to take that third. I'm gonna say, nah, I'm gonna show
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna bust that. Yeah.
I'm gonna bust that right now. Yo, where's all of my dragoons at? I need all 12 of them to go deny this one
Like
expansion.
ASAP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'll get dropped behind my mineral line by a siege tank and 2 vultures and lose all my probes. You know what I mean? Like, you have to. He's playing conservative, playing smart, playing safe is playing smart often. And one thing, hold on. Dropship fail, -2 or only a 1 minus. I would say that because Flash didn't put too much bank onto this dropship, I mean, losing 2 siege tanks is serious, but by presenting the threat of dropships into Bisu's mindset, he's able to relatively safely take a third base, and having a third base against Protoss on 3 base is good. So
I would call it even. Like it,
no,
like,
I would
it
say it's a minus.
no?
1 minus. 1 minus.
because like
yeah.
you were able to get a third successfully behind it,
Yeah, but
and
one.
now Protoss knows that you have drops, right? So
Yeah, but
you're a lot more scared in
yeah,
that
but
sense.
siege tank and dropship together, that's 2 siege tanks.
But yeah, no, it is
500,
2 siege tank.
300, you know what I mean? Against
Yeah.
versus 2 dragoons is 250, 100. So the overall loss plus maybe like add like 50 for the lost mining time at the third. The economics exchange went in Protoss's favor, who has had the third base for longer. So you definitely can't say that it's absolutely even, but for the amount of impact that having dropships on the map does, I feel like he's already had an effect on how Protoss will play this out. Because as I said, otherwise Protoss would just run up on this third base and just deny that shit. But because there's dropships in play, Bisu has 2 dragoons up here, 5 dragoons over here, has 3 dragoons over here. He has a pylon up here, and he can react to it quickly. He has a dragoon back here. You know, he has dragoons posted up all over the map, all over his 3 bases, spread out in groups of 1s and 2s. There's no way that Bisu is going to be aggressive here. So there is a definite positive side to those dropships as well. So to answer Probo's question, I would say that it's just 1 minus.
1 minus?
At
Fair
most,
enough.
Yeah.
Something to note, Bisu is going carriers. Do you think that's the proper response?
Now that he got scanned, I would say no. I feel like his placement of it was just poor. I would have rather hidden it somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like you should always hide that. Or like, kind of like, psych up the Terran to think you're going like Arbiter or something. But right now, he could have done a better job hiding that, to be honest. I always wonder too how people play 3-base Terran when the natural or the third is mineral only. So I want to see what he does. Seems like he has one shop just for the time being, which makes sense. But I want to see what he can do with those vultures too.
Yeah, and he also has a dropship coming down the south side.
Oh wow, 2 dropships, nice.
Yeah, and one thing I want to note about what our friend Shugo said, he said that no one hides carrier anymore because a good Terran, excuse me, will see the Cybernetics core spinning.
Oh,
That's
right.
a good point. I feel like what I've seen some players do, maybe not the best of players, but they make they make Templar archives of 1 Stargate in one place, and then they make 2 Stargates in another place, and then this way that they can hide the carriers that way by pretending to go Arbiter. But at the same time, that still is covered by the Cybernetics core. So good point by Shugo.
You know,
there.
that's a really good point. Something I didn't even think about either. So
I mean, at the same time though, you have to notice that Bisu, I don't think he actually got any air upgrades. So if he did hide it better, because honestly, it would have been spinning right now, I think.
yeah. Oh my god, these 2 dropships though. What the fuck? Dude.
Oh, there's so much going on now. Oh, these probes are in trouble.
Wow, he was prepared for it though.
Yeah, he covered both sides
Really
actually
nice.
pretty well. And but the one
Oh
thing,
my god, the dropship goes down too.
yeah,
Wow.
one thing that's important to note here though, okay, is that he was forced to bring his carriers back though. I feel like he kind of panicked a little bit. And I feel like Flash did exactly what he did simply because he scanned the carriers. He's like, okay, I need to force him to panic. I need to pull back his carriers, and now we should be seeing some Goliaths on the way. Yeah, these Goliaths are going to be out now by the time the carriers get to the other side of the map. So by forcing the Bisu to panic and send the carriers back just in case, I feel like he already did a decent amount of damage, even though he didn't actually succeed in doing a great amount of damage with the drop itself. It's more like conceptual damage, strategic damage. And we see 2 shuttles with Zealots, Zealot speed, 2 carriers coming up this way. So it's gonna be interesting. There's no anti-air here, but the Goliaths are aware of it because they walked over the mines that were on the map. So this is another reason why mines are so crucial in the TVP matchup, is because they give you map awareness of things that you normally wouldn't see. Now let's find out if Bisu did get the +1. No, there is no plus air upgrades. Actually, I should have checked the what's it called.
Oh, he does have +1
Yeah,
air upgrade. Yep.
yeah, you're right. He does. So Shugo was right on this one. So I've been telling people that maybe the armor upgrade is better because then you block 2 shots. Because Goliaths attack in bursts of 2, because 2 missiles each. But I guess apparently +1 makes sense as well in attack because what's it called? Each interceptor does 1 more damage, and there's 8 interceptors, so that's +8 technically. Roraz GG says you have to get +1 because carriers because they're exponentially strong. Good point. I apologize to F10 EQQ on my team, whom I told to get armor because it would make them absorb 2 hits. Absorb hits better from the Goliaths. That's my fault. I'm gonna make sure to message you after this game about that.
Yo, nowadays people play more of like I guess like carriers to force Goliath
Yeah.
instead of like all-in carrier. That's like the standard now, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too, because first of all, Goliaths detract in terms of gas from your
Yeah,
tank count.
especially the fact that the third is also a mineral only.
Yeah.
Not that it matters now because he has a third gas, but still.
On top of that as well, you have to consider the fact that it means less mines on the map. Less mines means greater mobility for Terran. I mean, I'm sorry, for Protoss. Less vision for Terran. Terran has to rely more on scans to find out information.
I still can't believe he's playing off 1 add-on.
One? Wait, what?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
I guess that's all you need in this case. Shit. 2, 3. He has 10 facts coming up.
Oh my god.
I mean, it goes both ways though in terms of the gas investment, especially since you're getting upgrades from your cybernetics core. Bisu has +2 now. You can't get as many dragoons, and wow, these Zealot drops are doing mad work killing these turrets off. But now the Goliaths are back in play, and this is exactly one thing that I will stand by that I said to F10 is that you want to go for a more Zealot heavy composition when you go for carrier play. First of all, Zealots are cheap as shit. Second of all, Zealots do a great job of blocking out Goliaths. You know, you can surround the Goliaths and then use Storm to storm them all, and it prevents the Goliaths from chasing down the carriers. Also, Zealots, when the siege tanks are sieged, the Zealots make the siege tanks kill Goliaths because of the siege splash. And although that's true in with the vultures as well during standard engages, it's doubly effective when siege tanks are killing Goliaths for you with splash damage. So definitely a good composition to have as Protoss' Zealots and carriers. Alright, but Flash is content to split the map this way. I mean, Bisu is on 6 base, Flash is on 5, and although Bisu is doing a good job controlling the top side of the map, and he's going to take this base now too, I wouldn't say that Flash is in a bad position at all. Flash is probably just waiting for his 3-2. Where is it? Yeah, his 3-2 is almost done, just as I said. Yeah, he's probably waiting for the 3-2. And then after that, he's going to be able to move out and do some damage here, I think. Especially with this high of a Goliath count, he's forcing a lot of interceptors to be made.
Oh, he's pushing out right now.
Yep, he waited for the 3-2. Well, 2.
Oh, nice Templar snipes.
Yeah, Visu's not ready
Wow,
for it.
that's huge.
Yeah, this is going to be huge for him. Because the ground army from Flash, ultimately you have to remember that when you're going carriers, Terran has the advantage of only having to get 1 tech tree of upgrades, which is ground. and meanwhile, Beast is only at +1 on ground. Carriers are at 2-1, it seems like, I think. Yeah, only halfway. Yeah, one shields. Shields is an important thing to notice in a carrier play. Shields applies to all of your entire tech tree. So that's the one way you can try to almost get back at the Terran a little bit. And we see a counterattack. He's going to scrap this north base in favor of taking out Protoss bases, but the gas strain on him, I feel like has...
What do you think? Is it better for Protoss to counterattack or engage in this position?
In this position, I don't think he can engage. I'll be honest with you, I don't think he had the army to do so. And look at this massive probe transfer now. It looks like is he thinking about taking this base away from Terran? Oh no, he's sacrificing these probes, it looks like. Or no, maybe he was trying to transfer them to the top right base. Yeah, he was trying to transfer them to the top right, but he got caught out. Reaction from Flash was too quick. Flash does a great job here splitting his army in two. He left just enough to try to deny this top left base, but he's gonna bring in a lot with his a lot of his main army back to deny this counterattack. But the carrier mobility is doing a great job here as well. Yeah, now the carriers are forced to retreat. There's really no place for them to engage here without getting cornered. But at least he managed to maintain this base. And this Nexus is actually in danger of going down. No. No. If only he had been firing on the Nexus with the siege tank, now he is. Is he gonna get it?
Oh my god.
Is he gonna
Gets
get it? Oh!
Just in time. Holy
yeah,
shit.
wow. Cutting it close. But now this army is looking hella scary from Flash. I mean, if you look at it, Flash is ahead in supply. This is not where you want to be. And Beast who flies some carriers in there. Oh, I think this is actually a game that we've seen before.
Really?
Wait.
I don't remember seeing this at all.
It seems so familiar. I almost feel like this is... No, never mind. What's called Shugo is inviting us to play with him after this. So if I guess that applies to you because I got Jake over here. Yeah, phasers will play. Word. How soon? Why? What time? Oh shit. Damn, we didn't get to hang out at all. I'm sorry, dude. I think it was 360. Okay.
Yo, what the fuck? Flash is so good. I just don't understand. Like, he was just in the right places at the right time, basically.
Huh?
Like,
Done, you mean? Oh, 2 weeks. I'm gonna be done with this in like 5 minutes, I think. Alright, 1 sec. Yeah, that'd be great. Alright, see you later. Have fun with your parents. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had some money matters. Anyway. I mean, at this point, I mean, this game is still going on. It's still dynamic, but I have to say that Bisu is heavily disadvantaged right now. He's behind by
Oh,
40
absolutely.
supply. He's relying on Templar. Storms are getting dodged. Bisu and carriers, man. I mean, he still has a decent carrier count, but I don't know. Oh, I'm
GG.
GG, yeah. I
Yeah.
should have just finished this out, but I'm sorry, guys. I knew it was about to be over. Alright, well, what can I say? So, honestly, at the later game, you can look more at what's called, I guess, the ebb and flow of the gameplay. Like, interactions like, when Flash takes out a base, that's a plus or a minus. Or when Flash loses a base, that's a minus. But Flash took out 2 bases, Bisu only took out 1. And then
Hmm.
Bisu had to fall back, and he lost all of his army in exchange, whereas Flash pretty much lost no army. So, as a result, I mean, eventually the pluses and minuses added up in Flash's favor, I believe. And I hope that was helpful for you guys at least a little bit. And we also got to see a pro level replay. So,
Yeah, that was crazy. Like honestly, what is it? When he had I guess like the reaction time to just go and kill the gates, like
yeah,
just before the zealots came out, he brought the appropriate amount of SCVs too.
yeah,
That blew my mind. Like that shit was definitely intentional. Like I don't
yeah.
doubt him.
And then the what's called the killing the pylon with the Marines and then bringing it back before the Zealot arrives in his main base and putting them in the bunker that just finished. And then having the 4 SCVs that had array mine gas before the command center finished. Like it's little things like that that just slowly add up into being Flash, as opposed to being scrubby American D minus Terran.com/you. You know what I mean? That's it.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Like
Well.
I guess like analyzing like that too, it's
Mhm.
pretty nuts. Cause like usually I just X2 that shit. So that was
Well,
neat.
that's exactly my point. You don't watch replays. There's a difference between watching replays and
Yeah.
learning from replays. You have
Oh,
to.
I'm on the former for like 100%. Not even trying to deny that shit. I just look at them. I'm like, yo, this shit's fly. I wish I could do that. Why am I so bad? And I just don't learn a single fucking thing. So,
Well, you can do both. What I'm trying to say is you can do both.
oh yeah, for sure.
You can watch a replay, see that it's dope, be like, yo, I want to try that, and then after that, you try to learn it. Anyway, so let